Hi, everyone, and welcome to our part two of this one shot that we started last year of some spell jamming D&D. We are so excited for you to join us for part two of this to support St. Jude's Children's Hospital. I am Jess, and I'm going to playing one of our many captains today. But before we get into that, I'm going to go ahead and turn things over to Shane, our DM for the day.
Hello, my name is Shane Dean, also known as Alt Shane Gamer on just about every social platform that I care about. Uh, I have been a 95% game runner for 40 plus years, preaching the gospel of TTRPGs, trying to get everyone within the sound of my voice to play. I've been fortunate enough to play with people from every continent except Antarctica, working on that. And I can't wait to host more people at my table. If you can hear my voice, yes, I want to play with you. And so, my first gracious guest player, in no particular order, hailing from the frozen north, where the Wendigos play, being super swole, yet still playing some of the sweetest characters ever to grace a table, I give you DM Steve.
Thanks so much for having me.
Tell us about yourself, Steve. Any cool projects you got going?
Currently, I'm just trying my best to kind of get things all going. But if you just want to see some musings, hang out, drop some ideas, things like that, you can catch me on Twitter at DEEEMSteve. It stands for slide in my DMs and talk to me about kayaking, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, what?
Back where you, Shane.
But
Amazing.
but what about there's this podcast, I think it's won a couple of awards or something that you've been on, like maybe once, right?
Thank you. That tells you how much I'm trying to like relax and keep things chill. But if you're looking for a podcast that does get deep into the weeds on Asian representation, check me out as one of the co-hosts on Asian Represent on the One Shot Podcast Network. Thank you.
And personally, I tell you what, I love listening to podcasts. You and Daniel, and I am so sorry I can't remember the other names right now. Agatha, you guys, you do such a great job. I've learned so much, and you know what? It's just fun. I love it. And if you haven't listened, serious, Asians Represent. They're on Spotify. Just go listen. You will love it. And next, from the land of gators and hurricanes, officially designated as the greatest fan in the history of the Jacksonville Jaguars, not a sponsor, by the way. You can hear his battle cry from all points in the multiverse. I give you. Oh, yes.
Thank you, Shane, for that lovely introduction. Hello, folks. My name is Jacob Blick, Duval King Jacob, Twitter, Instagram, where everyone can be found all over the internet. I use he/him pronouns. I'm the Dungeon Master of Duval and Dragons on the Summit Games Twitch channel, as well as the co-founder of the Amphitheater. We have a bunch of TTRPG and video games and things happening over there, and a whole bunch of other really cool shows. But today, as reigniting the fire that is his captaincy, Captain Ink on Skin. He is a Jaguar Tabaxi swashbuckler rogue, also he him pronouns.
Excellent. And representing the Feywild and pretending to be a sweet little human, she packs big roleplay into a small package. May I present Kelly?
Oh, hello. Hi, I have a name. My name is Kelly. Yes. Hi, I'm Kelly. I use she, they pronouns. I'm the Kelha on various places on the internet. I'm currently on Tuesdays. You can find me on Beggar Street's Twitch for International Cryptozoology Curators, which is a Monster of the Week campaign that I adore very much. And I am playing Mason Thunderburker, pronouns they, them, Thrycreen Tempest Cleric Cook. I love them so much, and I'm happy to be here. And I don't want to be the captain.
Hashtag not a captain.
I don't want it. Not a hashtag not a captain.
Steve, did you introduce your character? I don't think you did.
I did not, but if I can take a quick 15 seconds here, I'd love to let everyone know that I'll be playing Frankie B, also the captain of the ship. I'm pretty sure. He's pretty sure. He uses he, him pronouns. Steve uses he, him pronouns. And Frankie B is a Leonin, Paladin, or Devotion oath.
Excellent. And rounding out our cast and simultaneously being the most amazing one-person production crew on the internet, the Burial Cart Dominator, the Gym Rat Ruler, I give you Jess the Human.
What a introduction. Howdy, folks. I am Jess. My pronouns are they, them, theirs. You can find me on most places on the internet at Jess the Human with one S. On Tuesday, that is July 18th, I'm releasing Uncaging Nicholas, which is a very silly one-page TTRPG about, you guessed it, Nick Cage. Today,
Hell yeah.
I am playing Captain Dick Dangers. I'm looking at his Hero Forge, or their Hero Forge, and I think instead of Dick Dangers, you could call them Daddy Dangers. They are a traditional, beautiful tiefling bard with some like blue and green aquatic theme going on and lots of leather. They're not necessarily the captain of this ship, because they like a ship that is more grounded in water than the air.
Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I will be playing the rest of the universe. My personal pronouns are he, him, his. I also answer to that frickin' guy.
PFG.
That's mostly in Philadelphia, but anyway. So, real quick, I just would like to talk briefly about St. Jude, one of the biggest reasons we're here besides having fun. St. Jude, first of all, is consistently ranked one of the best places to donate by Charity Navigator, the nation's largest independent charity evaluator. It was founded in 1962 in Memphis, Tennessee by Danny Thomas. Just a quick background, when he first started his career, he was struggling, he's having trouble getting roles, and he prayed to St. Jude, the patron saint of lost causes, and said, please, if help with my career, I will do good. So after that prayer, things took off, and he made good on his promise, and he founded the St. Jude Children's Hospital specifically to research cancer in children. I will note that nobody has to pay for treatment at St. Jude. It is all due to generous donations by folks like you. They want to do good and help in the world. When they started in 1920, the survival rate for cancer for children was at 20%. Survival rate across all cancers is now at 80%. And in 1962, when they started, one of the biggest and most common childhood cancers, I'm probably going to say this wrong, but it's acute lymphoblastic leukemia. The survival rate at the time was 4%. As of 2019, the survival rate is 94%, and many times is treating without radiation. So St. Jude is absolutely huge in this field, doing a lot of good. So with all the charities out there, why do I care about St. Jude? Well, in 1979, my cousin, Michael Bradbury, was diagnosed with a brain tumor. The odds were not good, but he told the doctors to try everything, not because he thought they could save him, but he, in his own words, he wanted them to learn and help other children. From his wheelchair, he participated in a bike-a-thon for St. Jude's all 20 miles. He raised over $2,000. That's almost $7,500 in today's dollars. He sadly passed about a month and a half after. So I do this and a lot of other things in honor of his memory and, his personal sacrifice to help other kids. And so, anyway, that's why I do this. Any donation, as little as $1, any donation, every little bit helps. And, very personally, I appreciate everyone being here. I appreciate those watching, those in my cast. It, obviously very big and personal with me, and I thank you. Now, before I get to the recap, Jess is going to tell about prize incentives, and then I'm going to show off some stuff that you could win with your donations. And as I announced on Twitter and Blue Sky, those of you who have been retweeting the notice about this broadcast, I have a special prize for one of you that I will be drawing. This is completely separate from the donation things. So, Jess, if you want to give the reward incentives real quick.
Absolutely. So if y'all donate $10, you can gift advantage to any player, or you can gift disadvantage to Shane. That would be super helpful. Please do that.
Story of my life.
If you donate $20 or more to our Tiltify, you can gift a nat 20 to, again, any player, or a nat 1 to Shane. And if you donate $75 or more, you can name the next NPC. Please donate that and name the NPC captain. It would be extremely helpful. We would all really appreciate it. I'm also looking at some of the incentives that St. Jude has listed. And when we raise $50, we can help supply art supplies to kids at St. Jude's when they are getting treatment. At $25, there are no more chemo parties that can help be thrown. So really anything that you donate, like Shane said, whether it's $1, $5, $10, whatever you're able to help donate to St. Jude's is incredibly helpful and life-changing for a lot of folks. So thank you in advance for y'all's donations. Back to you, Shane.
Okay, so first of all, for the donation awards, I think 5. I have 5 of these. Little prize package that includes, first of all, lovely little sticker here. And this sticker is from Dice Hawaii. They're Dice Hawaii on Twitter, and they're... Anyway, look up Dice Hawaii. They make these cool stickers. They make dice, lots of other really cool things. So, there's that. Next, as part of your prize package, we have this lovely dice bag made by Danny Gage. And as you can see there, lined with a nice rainbow. Very beautiful. Let's see. I believe it's Bitterthorn with an E _ on Twitter and other social media. Etsy shop and Loom. And also Hoop and Loom on Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest. And cool business card, by the way. And then the last part of this prize package is by Jay Sloan. They are J. spelled out, Sloan with an E, on Twitter and other things here. And Etsy.com shop J. These lovely set of Pride dice. I'm hoping I can get these in focus well. See this here. Now, one cool thing about this set, instead of the Death Pyramid that is typically the D4, we've got this very sharp looking, very dangerous looking, if you were to throw it at somebody, could definitely cause damage, D4.
A dart.
Yeah. So, all that could be yours if your name is drawn from the donation raffle. Now, one lucky winner is, in addition to the sticker and the bag, is going to get these very lovely metal dice in a box. And let's see, the Dice Habit, Instagram Dice Habit. These I purchased at the greatest game store in the world, Uncle's Games in the Spokane Valley, one of the most inclusive places I've ever been. Not technically a sponsor, but they put up banners. They were telling everybody about this broadcast, and just the greatest place in general. And as I told the cast, if any of you are in Spokane, this is an open invitation. Let me know. I'll take you to the game store and all kinds of other cool places, because, you know, we gamers got to stick together because, you know, nerds. Go nerds. And as for the retweeting, reskeeting, whatever social media thing that you reposted on, these little lovelies here And if you look right here, you will see that each dice has a little pirate ship inside. So that's a nice thank you for those who let people know we're doing this. So we've talked about prizes. We've talked about stuff. Oh, and I don't know if it was mentioned in the prize things there, but if we reach, what is it? If we reach 200, I sing a song, and if we reach, what, 400, 500, I sing another? What did we decide? I don't know. Anyway, so these are songs that, despite Steve's impression that I have written all the songs ever, I have just reworded some songs that I like. And one is not like a sea shanty thing. It's kind of a protest thing, but I really like the song, and I thought it would be fun. So if for some crazy reason you want me to sing, push those donations up there, and I will sing for y'all.
See, you say that, but last time when you like gave us a little ditty, that was amazing.
It blew me away. Yeah,
It was
it was no little ditty. It was like we went
legit.
We went on a
A
journey.
really good really great performance, like for real.
You guys are very kind, and I will also note, nobody dies in the lyrics I wrote this time.
Yeah,
You know,
some of the
that's an
lyrics
upgrade,
were
I
a little
guess.
dark. They were a
little
little
dark.
dark.
That's
at
okay.
times. It was good.
It's fine.
It
It's
was
D&D,
good.
you know.
All right.
Caught me off guard.
And so let's jump into the recap.
Yes, please, please.
Previously,
What do you mean? It's only been a year.
Right.
six and 3 months. Something.
6 and 3 months.
9 months.
Yeah, you know.
9.
Who cares about math? Math is dumb. So
Not a math gay.
previously, our hapless crew came to the Rock of Brawl on the Astral Sea. Their captain, Orla Droon, had asked them to find an artifact known as the Shining Box. They were given little info, ostensibly for their own protection. A goblin known as the captain of merchants attempted to sell them a watch, but they chased him off. The crew then ended up at a popular breakfast spot, where a small child passed a note to Captain Ink suggesting he dropped it. The note mentioned they should meet at the Red Bull Tavern, giving very convoluted directions. Along the way, they stopped in an ornate tea and wine bar ran by a very elegantly dressed dragonborn. They were escorted to a lovely garden room with animated teapots. A wizened copper dragon offered to tell them a tale while they sipped very soothing and slightly intoxicating tea. One of the crew inadvertently offended the storyteller, and everything turned drab and dull, and they found themselves out in the street again. Once again, they encountered the captain of merchants, again trying to sell them a watch. The crew determined he had powerful magics on his person and attempted to capture him, but he managed to escape. Then they made their way to the Red Bull Tavern. While deciding how best to approach, a large gang of ruffians of all description, unified only by their red-colored garb, intimidated the crew into entering. Once within, they were escorted to a separate room that closed off all exit once they were inside. They met with the leader of the Red Mask Guild. He told them where to find the Shining Box, and gave them a map to best swipe it from the office of the Royal Theatre. In return, he only wanted a red mask left behind to give his guild credit for the heist so as to boost their reputation. The crew grudgingly agreed. The guild leader then left through a secret passage, and another one opened as the only exit, eventually delivering the crew back onto the dock where their ship was moored. And that is where we left our intrepid crew.
The clapping.
Maybe get a little
Man.
test before we go back.
Okay.
Cool, we're
Better?
good.
Good?
All right, friends. We're back.
Boy,
Yeah,
let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh
So-
man, I don't remember a lot of
We're
that.
not-
That's so funny.
Yeah, you know what I remember? Getting into a little skirmish. That's what
That's
I
what I
remember.
remember too. I do.
We're
I
not.
recall that.
We're
as
not
well.
just
Multiple.
back. I'm back with a nat 20 already.
Yo,
Where am I,
let's
know.
where
go!
am I
Thank you for the
gonna use
dono.
this? Get ready.
Let's go.
All right.
Um,
So, um, you guys have your map, and you had talked about putting together some kind of plan. You hadn't really gotten that far yet. So, at this point, how would the three captains and the cook like to proceed? It's about... You've got about 4 hours before the play starts that you were going to steal the artifact from. Oh, yes, and as a bit of a recap, you guys kept running into people with flyers telling you how this wonderful production honoring the Duke of the Rock of Brawl, produced in his honor, that's what's going to be playing tonight. So just throw that in there as well.
So are we still within? Are we still in the room, or have we been escorted back onto the streets?
No, remember the secret passage opened. You guys wandered for what felt like forever, and when you came out, you were back on the dock near your ship by this really nondescript warehouse that you now realize is one of the secret passage entrances for the Red Mask Guild. And when the door closed, you guys, of course, tried and failed. It would not open because that's how those things work.
Fair enough. I think Ink was just... I don't like how any of that went down at all. I felt quite out of control, and that is really... Actually, no, I'm actually fine with improvisation, actually. So, is everyone feeling all right, first of all?
I mean, like, that was a lot. That was a lot. Maybe we just wait. We just stay here and don't explore or anything like that for a little bit. I don't know.
Do you mean are we feeling all right physically or emotionally? I just need the clarification.
I'm referring to both, I suppose.
Okay. Well, I'm good. I just want... All right, that's fine. Yeah.
Yes, for me personally, I feel great, and I'm sorry, Frankie, but I was actually thinking that instead of kind of, playing it cool, that we just go in right now, disguised, of course. Maybe we're fine patrons of wealth, come to, I don't know, maybe take one of the finest actors and take them to a different place full of wealth and fame. So if we get in there and infiltrate.
But if a switcheroo.
Yes.
Okay. So do we want to sort of...
I like it.
So I know we have this map. Do we want to sort of conveniently walk by, see if there's any information we could gain on just looking around?
I think that sounds great.
And that way, Frankie, to your point, it's less exploring and more we're going for a walk and breathing, having breathing exercises.
Getting the vibes.
Okay, yeah. Breathing sounds good. Yeah. I can do breathing. Breathing's great.
Yeah. All right.
You're fine.
I'm gonna pat Frankie on the back and say, "My friend, you are so good at breathing."
Expert level breather right here.
I've been working on it, so thank you for noticing.
Absolutely.
Have you started doing yoga? Are you all about the whole sun salutation thing I keep hearing about?
I didn't want to say anything, but that is the best yoga move that I can do because I like the sun a lot.
It matches your fur, so to be fair, it really goes with your whole aesthetic.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought too.
Frankie,
okay, let's go for a walk.
Frankie is so baby. I just have to say it. I like it.
I just want to pinch his cheek.
Don't mess with me. I'll fuck you up.
Who was that?
Bro, who is that? What do you possessed? Well, I suppose we should. The clock is ticking, so let's make our way over there then.
Okay.
So you guys are going to meander back to the theater and scope it out?
Yes.
A little recon? Okay.
Yeah.
You will see that instead of the nice, sexy swagger that Dick Dangeries usually has, is replaced by my shoulders are back. I look important. I just have an air about me that is wealthy. I I take my coin packets, because I have, a couple different ones, and I put them all together, and I make sure that I shake my tush in a way that you can hear the coins
Big
jingling.
Big spender, big money.
Yeah.
All right, wait, is that how I should walk? What do I do? I got too many arms. What do I do with them?
My friend, make them look important.
All right.
So, Captain Dangerous, just because I want to see how this plays out, give me a performance roll.
Yeah, let's go. First roll.
I will say that I have a +10. So I rolled a dirty 20.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Well, so, yeah, you are catching a lot of attention. And you know what? Everybody give me a perception roll real quick.
Cool.
Kelly, do you want to use your 20 now or do you want to wait?
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna save that.
Save that one for a good time.
Oh yeah.
10 for me.
Okay.
Oof,
I'm gonna
I
say
only
with
got
my
9.
6 that I am so into my performance that nothing else matters.
Like your eyes are closed, you're just feeling the moment.
Yes.
6
How
is
did Frankie-
good, but 7 is one better, and that's
Wow, we all suck.
What a perceptive bunch we are.
what I.
Okay.
Not a wisdom party.
Whoa.
So you're all just blissfully enjoying the persona you are putting on here, and golly gee whiz.
we're on a mission. All right?
Mhm.
Oh
We
my.
don't have time. We don't have time to notice things.
Yeah. Unless it's that watch guy. We're gonna fucking
Yeah,
notice
then
that
then we
And,
stop everything and we kill him.
guy.
So Captain Dangers, how many of these coins were you putting to all make a bunch of
Oh,
noise
no.
together?
Get mugged. We're about to get mugged.
You know what? If we're getting mugged, that's fine. I would say it's 100 coins of
Okay.
various sizes.
Okay.
Furious.
Love that. Love that.
So let's just see here. Holy crap. Okay.
Frankie was
Love
just
that one,
talking about murder, so
I mean,
All right.
A little murder.
never hurt anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I
All
think
right.
One
murder
person-
hurts one
one
person
person.
at least.
You guys are going along and just absolutely feeling yourselves like, man, we got this. We're gonna do this heist. We're gonna do this thing, and you all of a sudden you notice in the midst of you, standing right next to Captain Dangers.
Oh.
Trying.
Who?
oh, you got
Wait,
Nobody
That
heard
was
what
the
you just
best.
said.
It cut out.
absolute
It cut
breakup
out.
ever. That was the best cutout
Yes.
ever.
Is the person, the little child who passed the note to Captain Ink at the breakfast spot,
Oh boy.
and realizing that they have been seen, their eyes are boom, and
Oh, we all see them?
oh yeah, you all see them.
Really?
And it's
Someone
like,
rolling that one.
oh, hi, Mister. How are you enjoying the rock and roll?
It's so sketch. This
I'm-
child is so
Hasn't
Going
it hasn't happened yet.
I'm gonna point at myself and say, "Are you talking to me?"
Sure.
Friend, where's your
yeah.
parent? Where's your parental unit?
Oh, my parents, they've been gone for a while now. Oh, and you guys also notice that while most of the clothes are nondescript, they have a little red badge on their right shoulder.
Can I insight check this child?
Sure.
Can I?
I'm gonna join, actually.
Oh no, that's a botch.
No.
I think this child is completely trustworthy. This
Well-
seems like an young, upstanding citizen of the world.
So, Captain Ink, you are quite aware this child is up to no good, very scared,
yes.
and very much trying to cover for the fact that they just nicked a whole mess of coins from Captain Danger.
So like they're doing this and they're probably also clinking a little bit, probably.
Oh, absolutely. This is, I mean, it sounds like 'cause they're shaking. It sounds like someone is rolling a piggy bank.
Interesting. So, it has been a little bit of time since last we were acquainted. A good few hours, just a little bit. So, why do you? First of all, we both agree that you dropped the note for me to find, and tried to make me look like a simple fool. So that was strike one. Now.
No, that was yours. That was yours.
Right. Right.
The boss told me that was yours. I mean.
The boss did they?
Oh, shoot.
Now he closes distance and towers over with his 6'4". Like, he's not a big guy, he's just really tall. And of course, like, his blue tricorn hat gives him another, 3 inches on top of that. The first time was amusing. The second time is annoying. So why don't we talk a little bit about this boss you're referring to? Before I tell them what really happened. Oh, that gong was well timed. The tension is so thick now.
Okay, so at this point, I need all y'all to roll initiative.
Really?
Oh my god, we're gonna murder a child?
No. It's for reaction. It's not.
Oh, okay. I was like, I was just trying to intimidate him.
The kid's gonna try to run.
This is like who goes first initiative. This isn't like draw your weapons initiative.
I was gonna say, I
Okay.
could
That's fair.
several kids.
I rolled an 18.
Ugh. Got
13 for Ink.
12.
We were all like,
12 for Frankie.
We got her again. Man, we haven't lost a step, y'all. Not a one. We back,
Right into
baby. Right into it.
Right into the mediocrity.
Let's
Kel,
fight
we've
a
tied.
child. Yep. What's your dex?
Low. Probably yours is probably higher.
Mine is 16.
Yep, you overtake me. 12.
Okay, so
We can go together. Teamwork.
Teamwork.
So real quick, Ink, what'd you get?
I got a 13.
Frankie.
A lower 12.
A lower 12.
And Mason, you got
Minus
12,
12.
right? And Captain Danger.
18.
Sounds like we're talking about like Demon Slayer. The
Oh, yeah.
Amplifier.
Okay.
When I
The
said it,
lower
I'm like,
Deep cut.
Whoa!
So, starting with Captain Danger, you note this child is about ready to pull a jackrabbit.
Mm-hmm.
But you're faster, so you can attach onto said child should you choose.
I am going to grab the child at the rib cage and hold them up Simba style.
Okay,
This is so... Sorry.
What's
Give
that? What's that
me-
song? That's
give
beautiful.
me an athletics check.
Bum, bum, bum.
It's catchy.
It's catchy. I just can't get...
I like it. I like it for some reason.
Okay, I rolled total 2.
What?
If
Not a
anyone
child
wants to
impossible.
donate $20 so I can get a nat 20, that would be so
So-
sexy.
So that's good enough.
Okay, that's not. You know what?
Hey.
That's good enough because the child is not strong.
Oh,
And
it's so funny.
I rolled a 2.
I still want a
Amazing.
nat 20, so, you know, keep your donations coming in.
love- I love
you, so you're off the hook.
So with the minuses, you succeed
Amazing.
in raising this child up.
I-
And
Do I happen to hear any jingle jangling as
yeah,
he
you
goes
do
up?
because some of it
Shake-
falls under
shake
the
the kid.
ground.
Shake-
As you lift the child. Some, it's like, no, please let me go.
We
please.
look like bullies. I want to point that out. We look like we're bullying a child in the
Don't
street.
say.
I'm not from around here.
Hey, whatever.
My reputation
Reputation be
cannot be tarnished.
damned.
Give us your lunch money, kid.
Yeah, shake upside down.
So amazingly, the passersby do not care.
This happens probably to this kid a lot.
Has a reputation.
Friend, it
Right.
seems like we have some sticky fingers here.
Well, there we go.
I'm just doing my job. People don't normally expect me, and it's my job to help raise money for the red mass, and you were making so much noise, and I just thought you wouldn't miss some. Okay.
What do you think this is?
Point
the
of
Draconic
fact,
Inquisition?
Captain,
Nobody
Captain
expects the
Dangers, as
Draconic
you're looking
Inquisition.
around, you notice that missing a few. This child nicked dang near every coin you had.
I'm going to shake him a little bit and say, what do you think this is? Do you think we're doing a charity thing for children?
I know. When he said
Not
I
the
was trying to
fourth
raise
wall.
money for, I was like, St. Jude's Hospital? Where are we going? It's like now
Just
we
around
have
the
to
corner
be
over
making our
there.
money.
Oh my goodness!
I'm gonna pick up a coin off the ground. Like I'm gonna hoist him with one, pick up a coin off the ground. I'm gonna take the coin, put it into his hand. I'm gonna shake him until all of my shit falls out, and then I'm gonna say, "Now take this coin, and get the heck out of here, and don't come back. There's a lot of dangerous people after us, and you could lose your life if you keep doing this."
Okay, sure, whatever you say, mister.
And
Hold on.
can I do some deception on that to like really sink it in?
It feels more like it'd be intimidation.
Ugh, I just want to lie. That's fine.
Well, I mean, you know what?
Lie to
it
the
doesn't
child, yeah.
matter
I
because
can-
I rolled a
Can I
nat
assist
20.
with that? Oh, never mind.
25.
Okay, so golly, just checking
I would
to
like
see
to say,
if the
as you were
child
shaking
soils
the
himself.
child, I was catching with all of
thank
Mason's
God.
many hands, so we don't have to gather it off of the ground.
I love them.
All these 6 hands just
Love
like
it.
going. Love it. All right. Okay, so the child has turned a very deathly shade of white, and if possible, eyes are actually bigger. I promise. I swear. They can't even talk now. They're insensible.
Your boss's name. And don't worry if you can't talk. You can write it.
I'm gonna
That's-
put
that's-
another coin into the kid's hand. As Ink says that.
Rust. The boss's name is Rust.
Rust.
Yeah.
Is that the nickname?
That's the
It's a
only name any of
surname.
us knows. We just they Rust. That's all we know.
All right.
They showed up a little while ago, and they're in charge now, and they're kind of spooky because they make dead stuff move again.
Who
Oh,
was in charge before Rust?
Oh, Billy, he was dumb. Before Rust came along, the Red Mask
Billy the
were hardly
Dumb.
No, his name was Billy. He was just dumb, because
Oh, I see.
he would try and do these heists, and he would get screwed up, and people would get caught, and they would get thrown in the dungeon, and we'd never seen him again, and we didn't have hardly any of the Red Mask left, and then Rust showed up, and things got better.
He Ink describes the ruffians that they were accosted by earlier. Are those friends of yours, or coworkers, or acquaintances?
I'm gonna put
Yeah,
another
yeah,
coin
those-
into this kid's hand.
Yeah, those are some of the people that work with us, or that the Rust has made to work with us, because they were dead, and now they're not.
I see. You earned a few more breaths this day. Congratulations. Also, considering the fact that this person's name is Rust and you're wearing red, it's a pretty shit name, no?
I that's the name they gave us. I'm not gonna tell the boss they have a dumb name.
It's just between us friends. You're allowed to talk a little crap.
I love.
I like that he
this. I
started
love
with
all of
shit
this.
and moved on to crap.
Oh, right, it's a child.
I don't think I should say anything because there might be other employees around, and I don't want to get in any more trouble.
So next time we see you,
And I'm gonna really raise my or gurgle my throat or whatever and say we shouldn't see you again.
Switching between the two. You're going to say hello first, and thank you, captains and cook, for my life.
Hello, thank you, and captains and cook for my life.
Next time, not this time, you fool.
Oh, right. Okay.
And he'll just kind of pat them on the head.
They like wince at first, and then they realize they're not getting beaten, and they kind of.
I think that I sit them down. I don't know if I've already sat them down, but they're on the ground now.
I don't think so.
And
Okay. Nothing has been set down yet.
They're put on the ground. I put my hand on the shoulder of this child and say, "Right then, Tyke, looks like you better scamper off. And I know that Captain Ink just said the next time we see you, but we better fucking not. Got it?" And then I give them a push.
Boom, gone. Like cartoon, like the dust goes up, and it's like the Roadrunner, gone.
Excellent.
And I just look at Dick and just like, that's what they call an education.
Yeah, we just schooled a child. Everybody should feel super proud.
Well,
I feel great.
And
We just embarrassed this child and their skills. Hell yeah.
With that bell, you notice that
High five.
it's close to lunchtime. If y'all want to grab something.
Do you mean in character? Do you mean in character or out of character?
Yeah, I was like, I guess I could go grab something.
I do have a
No,
sandwich over here. No.
I meant in character.
Okay.
Because you still have about, like I say, you've got about 4 hours until the doors open for the play.
Prince, in keeping this up, and you see again, shoulders are back, and I put on that I am a wealthy, distinguished gentleman look. The air changes around me, and wow, what a distinguished gentleman I am.
So distinguished.
Think that it would be best maybe if I carried some tea. And not the tea that we got the last time. That didn't really work for me. I don't know what kind of trip that you guys had, but mine was not good.
Is tea fancy? Is that why you want tea? Is it a fancy drink?
Yes.
Okay. Should I also carry tea?
Yes.
Should we all
in
carry
each
tea?
hand.
All right. I can. Yes. Or like the saucers are in the lower set of arms and the cups are in the top.
Oh, that's super fancy. That's too fancy.
Super fancy. Whoa, slow down.
It seems after having this discussion with this child, I sort of had a bit of a brain fart, and I came back and we're talking about tea.
Also, my name is now Shane, according to the stream.
Sorry, Jess. Yeah, I don't know. My Zoom frozen closed.
It's okay. I got us. We're getting into our places. No worries.
You get a nat 20. And you get a nat. All of you.
All you guys.
I am the captain now. I'm taking control.
Mason's just like, what?
Plot twist.
Amazing. Anyway.
So do you guys want to go get some victuals, or you just want to wander around? Do you want to make your way to the theater first?
I need piping hot tea.
I'm following Dick's lead because I don't know how to be fancy. So
Yeah, like, let's get some tea, and then maybe we'll just like keep an eye out, because maybe someone has rusty things, and that'll be a clue, because rust and rusty are similar words.
Similar.
That
Absolutely.
would likely be said.
Associated.
Yep. And then that would be a clue.
For sure.
Fine.
Yeah.
So then you folks make your way to a place called the Man of War. It's on the way to the Royal Theatre Company, and it's the finest restaurant in all of
Oh.
the Rock of Brawl. It has a beautiful view overlooking Lake Brawl, and we'll note that it does have a very strict dress code. So I hope you guys have nice clothes on you, and guests are not permitted to carry weapons on the premises.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Do I happen to see anybody walking around like wearing a fine suit? Like, are people walking around in finery at the moment?
There are some, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go stand uncomfortably close to someone wearing a suit, and then I'm going to use my chameleon carapace to try to mirror the pattern of a suit on my body.
Wow.
That's
cool.
I'm
okay.
matching my surroundings.
So,
it's not perfect. I know it doesn't look perfect. It's just gonna be like vaguely like
the bow tie is like a tattoo.
You know what?
Those like t-shirts that have like a bow tie on them. Yeah.
Yes.
Since it's like a biological function, I'm not even gonna make you roll for it just because that is a cool idea. I thought you were gonna like make them intimidate them and make them
give me your clothes.
Yes.
Get naked right now in the street.
We intimidated a child, and now we're upgrading to you.
I just bullied a child. Give me your lunch money.
All right.
You're in 8th grade, right?
So you actually do a very convincing mimic of the thing, and it actually, based on your body style and stuff, it looks really cool on your form there.
Cool.
So, and it goes really well with the flower that Frankie gave you earlier. So
you know what? You know what I do? I since it was behind my ear or antenna or whatever, I take the flower and try to like tuck it in to where it would be like in part of my carapace, like in one of the crevices. So then the flower's like a little
outstanding
boutonniere.
All right. And so
now I'm fancy. I'm doing it right? This is good.
It actually, yeah, it looks quite good.
So you guys
anime blush.
Anime blush.
Oh, the little carapace blush. Yeah. I love it.
All right. So, you guys get to the Man of War, and it is done up very nicely. Obviously, no expense was spared. And everybody coming to this place is obviously dressed really fine. And you get to the front door, and the front door is flanked by two very well dressed Hazadi, and they're welcome, thank you for coming, welcome, thank you for coming. You kind of feel sorry for this because that's all these guys get to say like all day long.
Good day to you.
Oh yes, welcome, thank you for coming. Yes.
Thank you for coming.
And Shane, you mentioned, Shane, you mentioned they not allowing the weaponry, and so like Ink is sort of like kind of confirmed, making sure that like he doesn't have any like dirt on his dark blue kind of long jacket, and as he does, he's taking off like his belt with his two twin rapiers on it, and as he's doing that, he's attempting to hide his because he's got like on his studded leather armor that's underneath his coat are like cross sections of like kukri, like 6 of them, and so he's essentially trying to maneuver them behind him to hide them, and like as he's like popping his collar and making sure it looks neat and things like that.
So I'll let you, depending on which you prefer, either a deception or a performance roll.
Let's see. Could I bargain a sleight of hand since I'm physically moving things around?
Ooh, actually, yes. Sleight of hand is actually a better one.
Not awesome. Even though I have a +7 to it, I rolled a 4, so confident 11.
The confidence is what matters. That's how you get
Yeah,
in.
as long as your heart's in.
Okay, so as you walk in and you come to this next thing, and there's these two, probably the biggest Hazadi ever known, and one of them he kind
The
of gives you
bouncers.
he gives you the stink eye, he gives you the rock look, and those as well, my friend.
Oh,
Can't blame a cat for trying now, can you?
We can wait. How about we could bribe? We could do a bribe. Is that how these things work?
And
We
there's
we bribe the kids.
there's these very prodigious boxes, and people before you, they're putting their stuff in them, and then once the thing's closed, they go into the small thing and they put them on the shelf, and then they give a little metal thing for you to retrieve your stuff.
Oh, he hasn't taken them off yet. Like, so as Mason mentions that, he just kind of goes and flashes a gold.
Here for it.
I love this. I love this fancy music
Oh,
that we're listening to right now. Ah, the horses. They're here.
it's the horses.
Thank God. I was hoping.
They're following.
so give me a persuasion roll.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, yeah, that's much better. That's a 22.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so he very surreptitiously, just the coin just disappears, and he acts like he doesn't see you now.
And he just says out loud with a very toothy grin, "Yes, those two," and continues to walk in, and gives Mason a wink.
So as everyone's kind of approaching the restaurant, like Frankie's been to fancy restaurants. Frankie loves this kind of like high style life. If Frankie was rich, this is where he would be all the time. So Frankie doesn't need to get dressed because Frankie's wearing a +2 plate of armor. It's all gold and silver with nice rivets. He's wearing a deep purple cape that attaches at the shoulders, and in the certain lights, it actually deepens to like a wine red, but just like every once in a while when you see it. Now that great sword, yeah, you can't bring weapons into places, but it's part of the outfit. So before they even started talking, Frankie already has it in his hands, and he's taking like a leather strap and actually just tying the hilt to the sword, to the scabbard, so you can't draw it. And by the time Captain Ink is done, he has also placed like a bow on it, like a gold lace bow over top of it, and has begun putting it back on as if this is completely normal.
I feel like I'm seeing Frankie for the first time, and I gasp just a little bit, and I say, "That guy's so fucking fancy."
All right, and the big fella says, "That needs to go in the box."
The what?
That very big sword, my friend, needs to go in the box.
Oh. It's one of these places, I guess. I understand. No worries at all. Not everyone understands this. I don't mean to offend you at all. Here, take it.
Okay, so he puts it in the box, and it shrinks down, and he hands you a little token.
But I would love to talk to the person who kind of made the decision, because I have to say, there's going to be other patrons, and I just want to make sure that you have the prestige you're looking for. It would be a shame if your name was tarnished.
Oh snap! Oh snap! Calling honor into question?
Give me a persuasion roll.
I'd
That
love
was
to make you
good.
persuasion.
That was so fun. That was so good.
The trick is you have to wait till the very end when they think they won. That's what you got to do.
There you go.
Got an 8.
Oof.
8.
But it's a confident 8.
No, that one.
That is Frankie, actually.
Y'all can be confident for me, but that is not confident.
That's true. That's fair.
You understand, sir, this rule is for everyone's safety.
I guess it would be. And then Frankie's not going to push it anymore. Sword is away.
All right. Anybody else want to try any shenanigans to keep their weapons on their person?
Always.
Yes, I'm going to go to a darkly lit corner, and I am going to take my rapier, and in a fashion that I have done many times before using sticky tape, I am going to put it down my back, and my little butt cheeks are gonna clench the top
Oh boy.
of the sword, and we're just gonna put our jacket
long
back
sword.
on, and walk in straight back.
Clench them cheeks.
All right. Give me a sleight of hand check, Captain Danger.
I thought this was gonna be like a Die Hard. You duct tape it to the back.
22. I mean, there's probably
Oh.
some tape in there to make sure it's not like cutting me.
Previous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. So you have done extremely well. Nobody sees nothing.
Good. I walk in confidently.
Mason, are you gonna try and hide me?
I think Mason is kind of, even though they obviously don't want to be captain, the confidence is still there, and they think they're perfectly fine without their flame tongue greatsword, so they're probably just gonna turn it in, no shenanigans.
Okay. All right.
Because Mason's already a weapon.
I'm already a weapon, baby. I've already got everything it takes.
Yo, look at me, I'm dangerous.
Put it in the box. They hand you a
Look at all
token.
these arms.
Go up and
I got
Um,
magic.
another one of the people come up and says, yes, is so there are only 4 in your party today?
Right? Yeah, only 4.
Excellent, thank you. Right this way. And you go through this curtain, and everybody give me Arcana check. Yeah, let's do that. Everybody give
Oh,
me an
boy.
Arcana check.
So good at actually, you're pretty good.
I crit. on
Oh
this.
shit! Of course, amazing.
Why? Why? This.
That's a nat 19 for a dirty 20.
Yeah, 14.
Got a 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasted
So-
all my good rolls on, butt cheek
The
right
child.
here.
Oh, that one, yeah.
So
On bullying children and butt.
you all feel a little bit of a tingle, kind of like, when like your foot goes to sleep or something.
Mm.
And everybody but Captain Dangers realizes that you have passed into an anti-magic zone.
Oh snap!
Mm.
I'm glad I kept my
Oh.
rapier.
Now I feel bad. Now I feel bad. I don't have anything. No.
You got
You
6
can share
claws!
recipes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
All right, so
I used to be so much cooler when we were outside.
you guys are
Streets
taken
have changed
to
me.
a table, and it's very nice, as very beautiful view of the lake, and as you're sat down, and they give you some water. And, yes, thank you. Your server will be right with you. And then person disappears. And as you're going along, a couple of sky whales are just, floating on by, just, doing the sky whale thing. Then shortly after, the waiter comes up. Hello? My name is Kumar. I will be your server today. What can I possibly interest you in something to drink before you have lunch?
I have a question for you, Kumar.
Yes.
See, my friend Frankie here has mentioned before that there is something called a charcuterie board, and I was hoping and wondering if this is one of those fine establishments that has such things.
Oh, absolutely. We cater to many tastes. So I guess what sort of preferences do you prefer? Do you prefer
All of
meats,
them.
cheeses? Do you prefer? Oh, sir, we have a wide array. This table would not be big enough to fit all of them.
Right then,
Well,
I'm
then
suggesting
surprise.
that you get us another table so we can have all of the charcuteries. That's
Yes.
Yeah, the charcuterie.
The best the sea has to offer.
Certainly.
I'm such an idiot.
All right. No. Outstanding. So he kind of claps his hand and rattles off some stuff really quickly. Even if you knew the language that he's speaking, you probably would not be able to understand him. And bam, another table set down by you really quick, and they just start throwing trays on there. And there's like, you know, traditional meat, cheese, grapes, all that. There's some sushi. There's some stuff that you don't know what it is. It looks interesting. They bring out some other stuff, and this stuff is like pre-sushi because it's still moving.
Oh.
And then there's also some stuff that caters more to like specifically what Thrycreen are into, and just like a whole bunch of stuff in like this. They basically you just like had this huge buffet of just all kinds of things. And so Kamar comes back and says, "Now, as there is a lot of food here, my friends, I'm guessing perhaps you won't need anything else?"
Actually, before we leave, I will need 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I count the other hands on Mason. That would be 9, I think. I'm not sure. I'm a little gay. We would like 9-ish piping hot cups of rose tinted tea.
Rose.
Before we leave,
So-
right before, like as we are leaving to pay.
Piping hot.
Oh, so it's sort of an after dinner sort of. Perhaps are we looking for something sweeter, something spicier? What sort of tea? We have some very special teas here from across the Astral Sea and beyond. What would be your preference?
For me personally, it's going to be rose.
So you're wanting rose tea, as in rose hips.
Yes, I would like rose hips in my tea, please.
Outstanding. And the rest
Oh,
of
no.
you, do you prefer your tea? Spicy, savory, sweet? What? How would you like your tea?
Spice. Lots of spice. Like dragon fire spice. That's what yeah.
Ah, yes. One of my personal favorites.
Yeah. I know everything about tea. I'm fancy. You noticed, right? You noticed. Yeah.
Oh, certainly, absolutely.
Okay, I'm just checking. Cool.
One of
Alright.
the fanciest Thrycreens I believe I've seen all month.
Quietly, like, freaking out.
And for you and for you, what sort of tea would you be preferring? When looking at Frankie and Ink.
I mean, I don't want to be too much of a bother. I have pretty simple tastes, so if you could please get me a blend that starts off as sweet and pairs really nicely with like a cream or a milk, and then has a very dry finish that lingers but not too long, and provides a how do you say the terroir on the front of the mouth. That is the tea I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Mason is looking at you as if you were speaking a different language.
We just so happen to have a very special chai that I think will meet all your needs and more, good sir.
Oh, that sounds great.
Oh my gosh.
Too
Thanks.
sweet for words. Too sweet. And turns to Ink. And for you, sir.
Kind of like looks. It's just kind of like. It's not like a death stare, but it's just like this, like, huh, at Frankie, and his like teal eyes are just like ridden with confusion. What he said.
Excellent choice. You will not be disappointed, my friend. So off goes, and
As soon as the server leaves, I'm gonna lean in and say, yes, so the point of this piping hot tea is we're leaving, is so when we get to the place, if we run into
throw it
trouble,
in
we
their
can
faces.
throw it in the faces. Thank you,
Yes!
Mason, for stealing my Thunderburger.
I'm so sorry.
That's fine.
I
It's-
just got excited because we were on the same page. I felt it.
No, I'm gonna put an arm out to one of your many arms, and I'm gonna say, friend, it's okay. It's okay.
So sorry.
Um,
I will regret this for years to come.
and then I'm
sorry.
gonna turn to Frankie and I'm gonna say, Now, friend Frankie, go ahead and enjoy your tea, mate. You seem to, exactly know what you want. Would hate for that to go to waste.
I mean, if that's what you think, I think it's a pretty simple request, to be honest.
Yes, so simple.
The chai, right. I feel like I'm in the middle of it all. I almost want both it to be a delicious beverage and also a really hilarious projectile.
I got very spicy tea. Maybe that'll help with the eyes. Like
Oh,
Like liquid pepper spray, just
yeah.
So while you guys are having a little discussion, another one comes up and says, "So, would you be perhaps wanting something from our voluminous wine or spirit selection, my friends?"
But we have that to go. We do have a job to do.
Well, I just thought that perhaps while you are eating, you would like something to
No,
drink.
there's no open container laws here, correct?
Yeah, friend, I don't see any sign that says no alcohol behind this point, so I do like the taking it to go. I do have two hands, one for tea, piping hot, Rose, and one for
So
something else.
Were you planning on taking the entire table with you?
No, I was actually thinking there's this little orphan kid running around, and I was thinking maybe you could rustle him up, and maybe some others, and do a charity dinner. Give it all to the kids of St. Jude. They need it.
Yes.
So you're not actually going to eat any of these yourselves?
I mean, I've been taking a nibble.
I mean, we're gonna eat a little bit. I'm not gonna be rude. I'm gonna partake.
It's simply lunch, after all.
Can you please just let us enjoy this charcuterie in peace?
Yes.
Do you want something to drink while you're enjoying your food? The tea will come later, when you are ready to leave. Do you want something to drink now?
I'll just have some of that little, soupy thing.
I'm getting a bit of an attitude.
I'm sure there's a tone with a little tone right there. I don't think.
I'm just trying to understand. As
French, I get it.
Points to the entire restaurant.
So
everybody is like drinking something while they're eating, and you see that they eat, they drink. I thought perhaps you want something to drink while you eat before you leave.
Yes, it's just like you're doing it in a very controlling way, and we're not the people to fuck with. It's just...
We are not the ones.
Yes.
We are not the ones.
I'm really sorry if we offended you in some way, but if we could just eat our charcuterie in peace, that would be excellent.
In the meantime, as we enjoy this charcuterie, perhaps, do you have a red ale on tap? Something light, a little bit bitter.
How many?
So he looks like he was about to say something, and he turns to you and says, "Oh, yes, we certainly have."
I just saved you from being killed by Dick over there. Yes.
Of course you did.
Side quest. How many times do you think we can say charcuterie in this session?
In the next 20 minutes.
How many times?
Charcuterie.
Oh no, that's Bloody Mary!
So
the charcuterie
it comes through the mirror.
So do you prefer a dwarven red ale? We have gnomish, we have the halfling. The gift make a very solid red ale, although I would warn you, not more than 2 if you don't want to sleep for the next 3 days.
I'm feeling a bit brave. Let's go with the gift.
Alright then, my friend. Do we want that in a pint, or do we want that in a 16-ounce, or do we want that in a 20-ounce schooner, my friend?
I don't know what a schooner is, so I want that.
It's big.
I do big.
Anyone else like anything?
I mean, if you have it, I would love maybe a Merlot from the Asphodel region in Theros, if you have that. 942 if you have the year. If not, I'll take a 1284 Cormier Red.
I changed my mind. I wonder what he had.
I also know what all of those words meant that Frankie just said, and I will have the same.
So I just want to say props. Thank you for saying Merlot and not that dusty tasting crap Pinot Noir. I don't understand why people like Pinot Noir. I prefer Merlot.
No wine man in this house.
Just a side note. That's from Shane. That's not the wine steward talking there. All right. So, excellent choice, sir. However, we do have a special reserve for our more discerning palates that I think you would enjoy. It is one of the Duke's personal favorites.
Oh, the Duke. I didn't realize he was much of a sommelier.
Oh, the Duke
My
might not
teal
know
eyes like
everything,
go. Boop, 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 boop.
but trust me, he knows his wines. And then the waiter kind of rolls his head and then he mutters, all day long he knows his wines. So, you would like to try that one then?
I mean,
What is
I
wine?
feel like-
What is
Okay,
wine
okay.
without company? The Duke wouldn't happen to be having lunch here today, would they?
No, he is typically in his office. However, he does come here most nights for dinner. So if you would like to come by, say, about 6 o'clock?
It's 4 o'clock now.
ding.
Well,
It's
know
actually
what?
2 o'clock. But anyway.
That's-
Yeah, I know,
that's-
yeah.
that sounds great. I'll remember the name of that bottle, and maybe if the Duke is here, we can discuss why it's his favorite.
Nice.
Absolutely. So,
But I would hate to ruin the surprise. Whatever you have available, and it would be convenient, that'll do us just fine. It's just a lunch.
so
What is this waiter's name again, though?
Kumar?
Kumar?
no, Kumar was the waiter. This is
Oh.
this is the guy who like convinces people to buy expensive
The
drinks.
upsell, the
And
wine
he hasn't
upsell.
given-
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
He hasn't given his name yet. And so he comes back with this bottle. It looks like the bottle itself costs like 200 gold pieces. It's very ornate, jewels and stuff all around it. And he pops the cork, and the smell kind of wafts out. And I mean, even people who don't, really appreciate wine, the smell is just like you just feel like you feel better, and you just like something in your mind knows it's like, holy cow, this is like super special stuff. And so
Hope so.
he pours a little bit and hands it to Frankie first, and as he pours it, it ripples and shifts color very much like Frankie's cape.
Frankie checks the cork. Does the name on the cork match the bottle?
Yes.
Okay.
And we'll call this
And is this the one that Frankie ordered?
This is the special reserve. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll call this what should we call
Pinot Blanc.
Charcuterie.
No,
Charcuterie.
charcuterie. Yeah.
we'll
Coochie
call
coochie.
it Scarlet Griffin Vineyards.
Ooh,
I would buy
pretty
that
good name.
wine. I would buy that wine.
that's good. That's
No,
good branding.
I'm not a wine guy, but I would on brand alone.
And you look at the cork, and the cork is like it's way fancier than just normal cork. Whatever this stuff is made out of, the cork itself is probably worth 20 gold pieces to the right person.
Wow, this is gonna set us back. No, Frankie's good with the glass.
Okay, so you're gonna give it a try?
Absolutely.
Okay. So give me a con check.
Be happy to check or save.
Just check. You're not being poisoned.
Not yet.
Nat 20 for a 23.
Jeez.
Okay.
Hey.
So for a brief moment, you feel this kind of like, if you've ever like had a really just horrible workout, and then you just take like this really great relaxing kind of bubble bath thing where you just, you're practically paralyzed. You're so relaxed. You feel that for a second, and then that quickly fades away, but you still feel just very at peace, and at the same time very happy. Plus, with your experience in wine, you're thinking you would probably never taste a better red in your life again ever.
This is, and Frankie looks to the crew here and just takes a deep breath and goes, it's really fucking good.
All right, and so he fills your glass a little bit more, and he gives the others, and he puts the cork back in and says, "Would you like me to leave the bottle, sir?" And he's looking directly at you.
No, please take it.
Certainly. And just so you know, I don't offer this wine to anyone. So those glasses will be on me. Because many who come in here, they pretend to be educated. You are clearly cut from a finer cloth. So, as a friend, I want you to enjoy this vintage. And off he goes with the bottle.
No, wait, before he goes.
Yeah.
Mason quickly, one of their arms reaches out quick, grabs his shoulder, turns him around, and Mason leans in very close, and I'm like, Frankie's a nice guy, very agreeable. The next time you undermine their taste, I'm gonna slap you across the face. You're lucky it worked out, though. Go do your job. Turns him around, makes him walk away.
Ink is like eating like this this particular brand of like light cheese that is sort of like popcorn, and it's just like.
So, I'm just gonna ask completely out of character. Is Mason assuming that the wine steward was being insulting to Frankie?
Frankie knew exactly what he wanted, and then he tried to upsell him, and just it worked out because it was a good wine and everything like that. But you should respect your customers coming in, and also Frankie's my friend, and I want him to get what he freaking wants.
Aww.
Popping pickles into my mouth when Mason turns around, I am going to look Mason dead in the eye and say, "Mate, I have never been more attracted to you than I am in this moment." A+ work.
Anime blood.
Okay, so I understand your rationale now, but the wine steward was actually being very complimentary and appreciative of the fact that Frankie knew wine so well, and that's why he offered this. But I can see your perspective, and I love it. So we're just going to continue. I was just very confused.
I love it.
So no, this is beautiful. And so he kind of sputters and says, "Of course, I."
Slaps him on the cheek. You're doing a great job. Go, get at it. Go. Do your thing. Get out of here.
Goes.
Also, go Yankees. Or something.
Did you just say go Yankees?
There it is.
But yeah.
Oh boy, we can't be friends anymore. Anyway.
Amazing.
No. So, you guys have a wonderful. I mean, considering this is essentially hors d'oeuvres, but very exotic and stuff, just absolutely amazing. And then,
by the way, we definitely do that thing where all we're like, you got to try this, and like we're like putting food in each other's like basically in their mouth.
You had the goat cheese.
Yeah, that glass of wine has like made its rounds.
Oh yeah,
times.
this is a bougie.
to be clear, he poured a glass of wine for each of you.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Definitely want to do the link arm thing. I'm sure that there's some noodles gonna try to Lady in the Tramp with one of you. Gotta keep it classy.
Down.
Oh, love it.
Down.
Love it.
Totally.
And so
I
believe.
I said we were 2 steps from polycule, and I meant it.
I can't remember. I can't remember if it was either Captain Dangerous or Captain Ink. But I remember at the breakfast place, one of you had a very involved conversation with
Kegs and eggs.
A GIF.
Eggs and eggs. Eggs and eggs. Oh.
Anyway,
Yes.
so comes over and says, "Oh, quite so. Hello again. Been a busy day, hasn't it?"
I'm gonna assume that this person was talking to Ink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, my apologies. I've got a bit wrapped up. I've never had a charcuterie board before. It's wonderful to make your acquaintance once again.
Yes. And I do apologize. We were so involved in our conversation, I forgot to introduce myself. Reginald Lyon.
Oh,
That's
I was. Oh, okay, I was. The lion was an ellipsis in your. I was assuming that there was an additional aspect to it. I'm Captain Ink on Skin. This is Dick Dangers, Frankie B, and Mason Thunderberger.
Yes, quite. Very, very wonderful to meet you. So, will you be attending the play later?
In a manner of speaking.
Why'd you say it like
Mysterious.
Because it's hilarious. That's why.
Mysterious. Yes, I like that. Yes. No sense banding about your business before the common rebel. So, well, if you do decide I have one of the best luxury boxes in the theater and would love to have you come up and visit, should you be so inclined. It's best view of the stage.
Wow. Thank you so much for the invitation. I
Certainly.
do appreciate that.
And so many who come through Rock and Brawl, they common rabble, they attempt to puff up with finery and come in here, but they're so base and rude with their manners. But clearly, your crew is made of much finer stuff, and I commend you. And as I would hope you would accept my hospitality as a personal thank you, meeting such fine people, I'll get this lunch for you.
Thank God we couldn't afford it.
Yeah, I was looking at my wallet. I'm like, hey, that's running a little dry here.
When you said $200, well, I guess we don't have to pay for the wine, but 200 gold for a fucking bottle of wine.
Oh,
that's a
that was
down
just the
payment
cork.
on a ship.
yeah.
I think it was just the cork.
No, the cork was 20. The bottle holding the wine
Jesus.
was worth about 200. The
And then
wine,
gold, yeah.
if you have to ask, you can't afford.
Yeah, fair enough. That is
and
most generous.
I certainly hope that, if you don't have any plans, that perhaps tomorrow there's quite a little place on the other side of the rock when, try and get away from the crowds. If you're so inclined, me and a few of my associates, we have a bit of a caper we'd like to discuss with you.
Just when I was about to ask if it was business or pleasure.
Oh,
And he just goes,
certainly both. I'm sure that travelers
that's-
such as yourself have some very interesting stories to share. But
I see.
one can mix business with pleasure,
This is true.
especially of a
Always when
fine
one needs
port.
to
What?
separate the two.
At someone can mix business with pleasure. Captain Danger says, right then, that's the only things, isn't it? It's business, pleasure, the pleasure of business.
Wow, the
Absolutely, of course.
Strange ship, that one.
I've troubled you long enough, so I will let you enjoy your lunch and look forward
Thank
to seeing
you.
you at the theater later.
Absolutely.
Off he goes. And so just to note, we are kind of sort of at the halfway mark. If anyone would like to take a quick bathroom break or whatever, I think
let's
now
do
would
it.
be an excellent time.
Mhm.
And so what do we say, back in 10 minutes?
All right, folks, we will be back when we're back. Bye. Howdy, folks, and welcome back to the part two of a charity one-shot from a year ago. We are raising funds for St. Jude's. I'm going to go ahead and drop our charity link in. They are leading the way. The world understands, treats, and defeats childhood cancers, as well as other life-threatening diseases. So we would be tickled pink if y'all are able to donate to this amazing cause, to follow our Tiltify link, and to do so. When you do donate, there are some amazing incentives that, one, you can earn for yourself that Shane is actually going to showcase. And you can also help our players in the game. If you donate $10, you can gift an advantage to any player or disadvantage to our DM. If you donate $20, you can gift a nat 20 to any player or a nat 1 to our DM. And if you donate $75 or more, you can name the next NPC. We suggest you name them captain because there are 3 captains aboard this ship. You're also helping the folks at St. Jude. When we raise $50 or more, you can help get art supplies to children when they're in their hospital bed. We can also help support a No More Chemo party and a red wagon that goes around and brings the children joy at St. Jude's Hospital. So again, thank you for all who have donated so far. We're at $110 of our $200 goal. And I do believe that we have a song to sing. And by we, I'm going to nose goes and say Shane has a song to sing.
And
When we reach $200, there will be a second song. So, take it away, other captain.
All right. So, this song is the lyrics are mine. The original song was by a group called Marillion. I don't know if any of you are old enough to remember them. They were pretty hot for about 15 minutes in the 80s. The original song was called White Feather, was kind of a protest song. So I took that and gave it a fun little spin. And I did practice this a few times, but we'll just see what's going on and hope for the best here. So anyway, the title of my version is And There's Whiskey All Around. I was just a poor farm boy, not a brain in my head. I joined up the army, thought I'd never be dead. They gave me a spear and they pointed the way, and they lied and they told me that there's glory that way. They gathered together all the fools just like me, thinking all of the riches just sat there for free. They stood us in lines and pointed over the hill, and they told us it'd win because it was God's will. I won't march in your army, I won't bleed for your crown. When there's wine to be drunk and there's beer to be drunk and not a sober man to be found, I won't stand as a soldier, I won't heed the war horn sound. When there's wine to be drunk and there's beer to be drunk and there's whiskey all around. So we charged to the top and we hollered and crowed, believing in prizes that we thought we were owed. I saw who we fought and what the hell did I see? But a bunch of dumb farm boys who looked just like me. So we stared at each other and we started to cry, 'cause we knew we'd been taken up in a great lie. So we chased off the lords who caused us all of our tears, and we haven't seen all of their faces in years. I won't march in your army, I won't bleed for your crown. When there's wine to be drunk and there's beer to be drunk and not a sober man to be found, I won't stand as a soldier, I won't heed the war horn sound. When there's wine to be drunk and there's beer to be drunk and there's whiskey all around. Then we planted a vineyard right there on the hill, and we built us a brewery and we built us a still. Whenever a war cry comes up like before, we just show 'em our asses and we show 'em the door. And I won't march in your army, I won't bleed for your crown. When there's wine to be drunk and there's beer to be drunk and not a sober man to be found, I won't stand as a soldier, I won't heed the war horn sound. When there's wine to be drunk and there's beer to be drunk and there's whiskey all around. That's it.
Amazing.
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 Huzzah.
Amazing.
Those lyrics were incredible, too.
Yo, that went hard.
It
Went
did go
hard.
It got dark. This one got a little dark too. It took some turns.
Yeah, but nobody actually died.
Nobody died this time. That's good.
Nobody died. They
Okay.
just all got really drunk.
And y'all,
Oh,
Speaking of
we
that, who's
are
gonna die now?
$70 away from reaching our goal, our fundraising goal for St. Jude. And if we
Let's
do
go.
that by the end of stream, Shane will sing us another song. So please, if you are able to, follow the Tiltify link and throw a coin or two to St. Jude. And
Let's
with
go.
that
Make
being
this,
said,
make this man sing.
yeah. And with that being said, I think that we have a recap from our captains and cook coming along for the first part of this before the break. Who would like to
no.
start?
I'll go. So, I mean, Frankie was really caught up, and a lot was going on. It was actually kind of scary. But I mean, we kind of got our bearings. We're back by the ship, and we decided that maybe Captain Dick could do that thing that they always do, which is like look really pretty in the streets, and I don't know, like things
Really
happen after
pretty
that.
in the street.
Yes,
Yeah,
and then after that, I actually almost got swindled by some little shit kid. And then I picked him up and I said, "Give me your lunch money." Just kidding, I didn't say that. Because it was my lunch money that this kid was trying to take. And we sent him packing. His boss's name is Rust, and that's a shit color, right, Captain Ink?
As a matter of fact, yes. Initially, if I'm just between us, I actually wasn't even going to tell Dick that the lunch money was taken. But then, considering who it was, I was just like, oh, I don't really like this child at all, and I'm not going to do them a favor at all. And so I'm going to, and then as I was going to sort of emotionally damage this young child, Dick decided to physically damage the small child. And honestly, it was totally worth it. For a good cause.
There was a moment there though where I wasn't sure if we were going to like murder a child in the streets. It almost happened. I saw a glint in everybody's eyes, like, will they, won't they? Is this going to happen?
Teal eyes don't lie.
Are we going to take a life? But we ended up not taking a life, thankfully. And then where did we go? We went to the
lunch.
Lunch. We went to
lunch. That's what you do after you threaten
and
a child. You go to lunch.
There was this waiter that tried to tell my boy Frankie what he wanted. My boy Frankie knows what he wants. He knows what he wants. He knows he's too nice. He's too nice. I'm still
Speaking
a little flustered.
Previously, while on the ship, amongst many swapping of stories, Frankie had educated me on this thing called a charcuterie board. And so I thought it was a good opportunity to try it for the very first time.
Shark coochie. You want to really
it's shark.
Yeah, like, because the board is sharp. So it's served.
Up for debate, but I feel like both work.
That's why you mentioned the fish earlier.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a charcuterie. It's a common mistake.
I see. My apologies. Anyone that is upset by the term charcuterie, get fucked.
Oh, yeah. Tell him.
Yep.
And that leads us to the moment right now.
Listen.
Also, there's a heist.
Anybody out there, if you donate enough money to name an NPC, if you name them Captain Charcuterie, I will love you so much. I will.
If you do that,
I will personally.
I'll match it. I'll match the donation.
I will hype you up as Mason Thunderbreaker. I will affirm your life and your existence if you name an NPC Captain.
Oh my goodness! And I first of all, I just want to note to the hate towards the not so artful Dodger. I'm a little bit disappointed.
Listen, this kid's got to learn someday, and today was that day.
Today they learned.
Today you gonna learn today.
Also, it seems like Kelly's getting all the nat 20s, so I think that we might have to double the level of donation for her to get any more.
No. I'm saving it. I'm saving it for the right moment.
All right. So,
amazing.
You guys have a wonderful lunch, and just the bonding and the food tossing and all the wonderful, very high class, fine stuff that you guys are known for. And
you said that like that was a joke. We're very high class, right? We're so high class.
Yes.
I'm gonna get through this. Oh my god. So
anyway,
you guys have a wonderful lunch, and you do a quick survey of the theater. Looking at the entrances and stuff, and get your plan of attack together. And
wait, we're still at lunch, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Good. I think I'm gonna then make the, we're ready. Check, please.
Money, please.
And
are we ready for a hot tea?
Oh yeah, yes. And they bring out your very scalding tea. And Mason, if you do try one of the cups, this stuff is like ghost pepper level spice.
Yeah.
It's good, but it's
gonna hurt when it hits somebody's in the
That's not-
eye.
Somebody's eyeballs. Get ready.
And Ink and Frankie, if you do sample the chai, there's just a whole lot of stuff going on. First you get this sweet, then you get this like strong black pepper, and then there's like this kind of cinnamon molasses kind of thing going on.
Oh, now I
And
want
then-
tea.
And then it kind of has this sort of creme brulee finish. And then just when you think it's done, you get this last little super strong in like a good way, but it's just like the flavors, you're just like, wow.
The notes are of the entire universe.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
that's
let's
not
go
just the
steal some-
expensive wine talking.
Right?
Okay. So, let's say you guys spend about an hour and a half on lunch because you're really enjoying it, just whatever. So that gives you about 2.5 hours if you want to make any last minute preparations before your heist, or so if there's something else you want to do, or if you just we make your plans and then we jump in.
Smash cut.
Yep. We all get our weapons back, I assume.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
I take my
I also-
very bendable rapier out of my butt since I've been sitting.
Out of
I told you that the top of the butt was
You
clenching
did.
for the
You
tip.
did. Just
It
the
helps.
tip.
I said that too. I said it too.
It helps with the posture, so it's okay, right?
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right, so we'll go ahead
Before
and move
we-
ahead. Go ahead.
Before we
Yes.
go, really quickly, Mason would like a costume change, so finds somebody in an equally as fancy ball gown in this vicinity, and now looks like a pretty princess. A beautiful blue carapace, shimmering, glittery. It's love.
I love it. I
Amazing.
love it. I'm absolutely here for that. Okay. So, you folks head up now. Are you all gonna just like participate in sneaking through, getting to the heist? For some of you, going to go into the theater. How are we going to approach this situation?
Yes.
I do have the chameleon carapace, which lets me camouflage, which gives me advantage on stealth checks.
And I
If
have
that's worth noting.
My jacket is a cloak of elven kind, so I also.
Hell
have
yeah!
that
I think
stuff.
I have the boots. I think I have the boots of elven kind.
I have Dust
boy.
of Disappearance.
Oh, what?
Let's go.
Stealth party. Stealth party.
And
It's
I
like,
have
That
oh,
seems
none of
very
that.
paladin like.
Yep.
I
I
was
do a
planning
lot of
Can't all be
non-paladin
the
like
same.
things.
to be a wealthy patron of the arts.
Perfect.
Okay.
When in doubt, pinky out.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Hmm.
So we could split this
Delicious.
up. So Frankie and Dick could like go in the front door because Frankie's not sneaking. That's not happening. And then
Clank, 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 clank.
he can give the Dust of Disappearance to Mason and Ink, and go from there.
Okay.
Okay. So, we'll start with those of you going into the theater there.
I have to remember how
So-
my ring of telekinesis works.
So, so Frankie and Mason. No,
Mhm.
Frankie and
and
Dick. Right. So you're going for the thing, and so you go up to the ticket thing and go up and there's a kind of a cranky-looking goblin is like, yeah, the performance is sold out.
The what's still down? I didn't hear you.
The performance is sold out.
Sold out.
I've never heard quite a phrase said in my presence. Frankie, what does sold it mean?
It means there's no more tickets. It's sold out.
Yes, it's so sold out means when they have sold they filled all the lower level seats. So that doesn't affect us.
Yes, that makes sense. Friend, I don't think you know who you're talking to.
Give me a persuasion roll there, Frankie.
Can I help by just looking important?
Yes.
Please help.
Yes. Absolutely use help. That gives advantage. Well done.
All right, so persuasion with advantage.
Can I
Thank
help
you.
by looking bougie hot?
No, because you're not there.
No, I rolled two
Oh, no.
sevens.
Or you could
Unbelievable.
use one of the nat 20s if
It's in the
we
pool.
think we
Get
need
it.
it.
It's in the pool.
No,
I'm
there's
100%
two. I
using
picked
that.
them up.
I'm
Okay.
definitely using 20.
So
Total
he,
of 25.
He kind of the goblin. He literally. Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. Yes. I'm sorry. We had these tickets held for you. Yeah. Forgive me. And he just he just gives you 2 tickets.
I'm gonna put my arm out on him. Friend, it happens all the time. No worry. You look overworked. You look tired. But these are the tickets that gives us access to the big stage to talk with the actors. Isn't there? So I mean that's.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, if you want to do that as well, of course, yeah, you go back and talk with them and tell them how much you love the show and yeah, absolutely.
Gonna
We
put
just
it.
had to double check. We just are at a lunch. You understand? We were hassled by the staff, so it's been a long day. This is much needed reprieve for both of us.
I take
Oh,
a
yeah,
sip
yeah.
of my tea.
Frankie also sips tea.
Right, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, hope you enjoy
Space
the show.
thermos.
And, there's plenty of refreshments inside in the section you're in. It's enjoy yourselves. You'll have a wonderful time. I swear.
As I pick up the tickets, you don't know how, but there's just now gold in place of the tickets. It's not like I had gold in my hand before, but now there's gold, and we are gone.
We both activate our comms and go, we're in.
We have cons.
Yeah.
We
Good
do
to know.
now.
Good to know. I just
This
realized.
mini sending stone in
Slipping
my ear.
Ooh, I do have message, so
Oh,
Nice.
hell yeah.
Alright.
I dialed over to Frankie first, and then dial over to you
Nice.
guys.
All right, that's a little more accepted comms in place.
What
game
kind of
do you think
Spelljammer
this
is this?
Yeah, what the heck is this, Grant? All right, so they're in, and now we go to Ink and Mason. And so you get to the back door that you were mentioned to go into on the map, and you get there, and there is another goblin sitting there, dressed in very fine red silks.
I'm stealthing, just to say.
Okay, give me a roll.
Yeah, so you already have a minute, so. Shane, what was the gift gentleman's name that offered me the box seat again?
I should have wrote it down. It was
Just call him eggs and eggs. It's totally fine.
no, it was Nigel Lyon the third.
That's right.
I got an 18
Okay,
with my
so
camouflage.
That's very good. And Ink, are you trying to stealth, or are you just strolling?
I walk in. Good evening. I've been offered a box seat by one Nigel Lyon III.
Pardon me, sir, but are you not with the people who are wrecking with rust? I was gonna say he's dressed all in red silk. Red silk.
Well, though I
Red Mask
appreciate your-
Gang, red
Yeah.
silk.
Though I appreciate all things red, it's a very blue, dark blue day, and so I wanted to freshen up a bit, do something a bit different, not exactly on this, just to be a bit more inconspicuous. You know what I mean?
You don't have to. You don't have to dress in red. You just have to drop off the mask.
Hmm.
I.
I'm
The mask is
sidling
with my other
past as this
clothing.
conversation's happening.
But
You
but
know.
you are the ones with the to do the thing. This is correct.
The thing, yes, very good at doing the thing. Yes.
Yes. All right.
Oh.
Well, allow me to introduce myself. I will be making sure that none are disturbing you. My name is Heptane.
Heptane?
Captain. Hmm.
Heptane. Yes.
Heptane.
Yes. Oh, I did not see you there. Hello.
With the
No,
spittle.
that's Kelly. That's what
I know. Yes, I am part of the delegation that had to pay for the NPC name from the last time we adventured. My name is Heptane.
Good callback. Yes. I see. I can tell by the 3 H's and the spittle.
What are you talking about?
Anyway, where were we? Ah, yes. So the box seat is upstairs to the left.
Well, yes, but aren't you supposed to be getting the thing from the office and
Yes.
the? So why? You know
We're just
what?
playing. I'm playing coy, my dear Hapdane. Is
No,
this your
it's-
first time on the job?
No, it's Heptane.
Ah, you're right. The 3 H's in the spittle, right?
I feel like you are mocking me, my friend.
You're correct.
Woo.
Oh wait.
I'm just kidding. And he kind of like he just pats him on the shoulder. It's like you're taking your job and your job too seriously.
Well, being a
You know
lookout
what,
is
Ricky?
very serious, you know, because I'm supposed to look out and make sure no one come up behind you. But you know what? If my job is too funny, maybe you don't want to look out. Maybe you do this all yourself because you're so professional and you're the big shot. You know, I'm just the lowly goblin. It don't matter. No, you do your thing. It's fine.
The hand on his shoulder is pressed down a bit.
I feel we've struck a nerve.
If anything bad happens to me, and it's your fault, I will remember that.
Yeah, but if something bad happens to you, you may not remember anything because you might be dead.
I won't be. I assure you.
Okay, well, I tell you what. I will watch. You go get the thing. Maybe afterwards
See,
we
no,
go
we're
get
back
an
to beginning.
espresso.
Okay.
And, you know, we have some fun. You know, it's a wonderful time to rock
As a matter
and
of fact, you are very cute. Perhaps you and I.
Oh, well,
yes, we
thank you.
should-
You know you're very cute. Joseph.
I
I
would
love
see.
it. This whole thing
Have
you
I
got
made
to
any headway while this conversation is
I hope you
happening?
were so long gone. I
I've
hope
been
you were
tweaking
so
this whole
gone.
time.
Oh, were you trying to get in?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's why I'm still talking to this
Okay.
joker.
Okay.
I'm
So
in there. I'm gone.
so while he's making nice with Captain, so you managed to work your way up, and it's kind of strange because normally when there's a production going on, there's all kinds of activity and stuff, but you don't run into no one. You get to the office very, very easily, and it, you know, it's not even really very well hidden because you know it's a shining box, and even with the lid closed, it's got a bit of a glow to it there. Very ornate, a lot of kind of gold filigree around the sides of it, and you also notice there are these two very fine cords that come out, and they're attached to what look like headbands. And you know, just like all kind of sits there, and it's a very weird thing. It's a shining box, and you're just like kind of dumbfounded. What, you know, so much fuss about this thing. What it would be for? If you want, I will allow you to do an Arcana check, see if you can figure it out.
I might tap into. Hold on. Let me see if I can roll one first. If not, I'm going to use one of my nat 20s to know everything
Alright.
about this thing.
All right.
Hey,
I don't trust this. Ooh,
so sweeter.
I rolled a 1. I'm going to use a nat 20.
I think that sounds about right.
Yep.
So, as you pick this thing up, you're suddenly.
I didn't pick it up.
Oh, okay.
I just went in.
So-
Hold on. Wait.
you kind of think about it for a while, and you remember this is from way back, like stuff of legend, that this thing has amazing healing powers. It takes 2 people to operate, but you can bring people back from being dead a long time or whatever, serious grievous wounds. I mean, this thing is it's an amazing healing thing. The thing is, though, that there is a risk that the people operating this that it can sometimes the channeling of the energy can sometimes harm the person who is using it, just because it takes a lot of, you basically invest part of yourself into healing whoever you're helping.
Oh,
and that's part of the reason why it takes 2 people, because it is kind of a dangerous thing, and if one person is harmed, then the other person can kind of support and help, in addition to helping the person who needs to be healed. It also, with 2 people working together, they kind of sustain each other as well. So very powerful artifact, but can be dangerous.
Equivalent exchange. Got it.
Yep.
Equivalent exchange. Okay. While I'm looking at this thing, does it appear like there's any sort of... It's weird that it's sitting out in the open like this, correct? We all have the suspicion up,
Considering how hard you guys have been trying to track this thing down, to suddenly have it just sitting there seems very sketchy.
Okay. I'm gonna wait for ink to catch up to me. I'm in an office right now, correct?
Yeah, you're in the theater office.
Okay.
The office of the owner of the Royal Theater Company.
So what I'm going to do is, as I wait for ink to arrive, I'm going to stand up against a far wall, far away from the door, out of reach of anything that might be regularly interacted with, and I'm going to use my camouflage to blend in with the wall to see who might come in to interact with this. Or if I've triggered anything and somebody's coming in to see who's broken in.
Very well. So we will briefly go to Captain Dangers and Captain Frankie, and you were taken to a very nice box, and when you get there, you see your friend from the restaurant, and say, "Oh, good show. I was so, where are your associates? I was hoping we would all 4 have some time together." And there's 3 other gift there with them, and they're all just dressed like so opulently. They've got some like nose earring chain things. They're probably walking around in like 20,000 gold pieces of finery each. They're just so overly done.
Bathroom. They're in the bathroom.
Yes, they actually asked us if we could bring. I mean, we don't want to tarnish, your beautiful outfits. So they actually asked us to bring them some delightful delicacies that they could also put on. So we just wanted to be able to find the spot where we'll be enjoying this wonderful play with you. And now we're going to also use the restroom, and we will be right back.
Right. Too right. You definitely you don't want to miss any of the show, so I'll take care of the necessary beforehand. Yes, absolutely, quite right. And the others are like, well, yes, quite right.
Yeah.
Monocle.
And as if there were still rapiers between my butt cheeks, I walk out straight-backed towards the direction of the bathroom, but more towards the stage area.
Fair enough.
Our tickets say backstage pass. It doesn't say when the backstage passing is.
Or where.
So
Absolutely, certainly. All right. And so are you guys going to work your way towards the office then, or?
I think so.
Okay.
Probably at that point, like where because Dick messaged Mason, so that's probably around that time that happens, probably.
Yep. Okay. So For expedience sake, you all converge in the office in the same time, and you're seeing this thing here, and
I go, boo! Gotcha. Anybody?
okay,
No?
everybody, give me a perception check except Mason.
No, Frankie
What?
fails this. Oh my god, how could you? Frankie like jumps out of his skin.
I'm so sorry. It was Frankie. Frankie, I didn't mean it. I
You
didn't mean
know
it.
how
It was
Frankie
dumb.
gets.
It was stupid. It was stupid. I didn't mean to do it.
You know how he gets.
I'm so
And Frankie
sorry.
just remembers to breathe. Just
I'm so
starts
sorry.
breathing.
Sun
We like the
salutations.
sun.
Number
We
2.
like the sun.
And everything's better again.
Oh, did he spill his tea?
That's
I
a
caught
really
it.
good
Unfortunately,
I caught
question.
yes.
it. I will.
Oh, you caught it,
No,
okay.
I will caught it. I will catch it. I'm so sorry.
Oh, absolutely. All right. Okay, so you guys get in there, and you see this, you see this shining box just kind of sitting there.
It's weird, right?
Just waiting to be stolen.
Yeah.
So we probably, let's see, let's just make the assumption that this is probably a fake. Yes?
Yes.
I mean, I did an
Oh,
Arcana check on it, and it seemed like the real deal.
And I will note with that, especially with the amazing, absolutely, completely not artificial roll that you had.
It was not artificial. It was genuine from the people
Absolutely.
From the
who
people.
support me and my endeavors.
You
Right?
you
Call
know
it an investment.
that this is not a fake. It's not. This is the real, genuine, shining box.
Right,
Yes.
and have we picked it up?
Nobody's touched
I've-
it yet.
I was afraid because it was out. I didn't know if it would be like wee oo, you know what I mean? Like booby trap.
We woo, indeed, my friend. We woo, indeed.
Yes.
Speaking of that, have we checked for traps yet?
That's not my expert. I can try. I can give it a
I can
shot.
do this. I'm happy to give it a shot. I'm actually
Any-
pretty good at it.
Anybody so wishing to look for said traps, go ahead and give me a roll.
Yeah.
This either sleight of hand or perception, whichever is better for you.
Definitely sleight
investigation.
of hand. Let's actually, it's a little. No, actually the same. That's a 15.
Okay, so you do dig around, and around the shining box, there is nothing. But as you're kind of roaming around, and you get to the door frame, you see a wire that basically crosses in front of the threshold that you've all crossed.
So nobody came even though I triggered it? Because there was a interesting.
And as you find that, Captain Ink, two rather large orcs come out from either side of the hallway to the office, dressed all in red armor. And the first one's up. Yes, so it seems that you have acquired the artifact for us, so we'll just be taking that now, thank you.
That's
No,
a funny
I don't
joke.
think so.
Oh,
I'm going to take this and head back to the tavern in which we were given this particular job. Because I don't know you, unless do any of you know them? We don't know
them.
you.
They look like
And-
chumps to me.
We don't trust you.
well, I do apologize, but Russ said we are to procure the item from you. And so if
I
you
don't
would
believe you.
please be so kind as to hand that over.
I'm pretty sure we made
I
it
start
clear.
raising my tea
Yes! Get him!
and say, right then, actually this is ours, and we're gonna be leaving here. Do you have a problem with it?
So, do you like tea?
Alright, this is the other one speaking. Enough of this, it's time to hand this over.
And I poop right in the
Okay,
face.
blind him and
About to
run.
find out.
Blind him and run!
Give me a roll.
What kind of roll?
Oh, this is absolutely an attack roll.
Sure.
Okay,
Improvised Boston Tea Party.
Unarmed
That's what we're
strike?
calling this move. What's a T check?
Technically, I think this would be a ranged weapon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you proficient with T?
I'm a distinguished gentleman right now. I think my persona is. How does a 15 sound?
Oh, very
pretty
well
good.
done. Now,
Pretty
I just
good.
want to confirm: were you trying to catch both of them, or one of them, or?
Yes.
Oh, good answer.
that's-
I like it. I like
Mhm.
it. Vague.
We love a good
vague.
splash damage in this house.
All right, so you hit and give them a little scalding surprise, and with that,
We
it's
run.
time for everyone's favorite part of the show. Let's roll initiative.
Let's do it!
Oh,
Oh my god. My dice do not agree.
Woof.
same.
Ink, what'd you get?
I got an 11.
So did I.
Frankie.
Twinsies! +4. Thanks.
Yeah, you got me.
Worse. 5.
Damn.
Woof. Come on, Dick.
And Captain Danger.
13.
Dude.
A strong
What's that?
13.
A confident 13, one might say.
Confident 13. Plus T.
But we did get a surprise round. Does that impact their initiative? With T in their eyes.
I mean, I feel like they'd be prone now. Oh, my eyes knocked
At
to
least
the
in one
knees.
condition.
I think prone's a little generous. They're definitely like, you know, slapping at their faces. But the good news is, Captain Danger, you rolled the highest initiative.
Nice.
Okay,
I'll take that.
well, I'm gonna step in front of my friends, and I'm gonna say that it was some pretty hot tea. How about we cool down with a tidal wave? And I am going to do a tidal wave that crashes
God.
down in front of me towards them to spill them out so we can run the fuck
beautiful.
away.
No,
Oh.
5 stars.
Oh.
Yes.
So,
It hurt, but in a great way.
so is there a save involved here?
It's a dex, and I would like you to roll at a 14 or under because the save is 15. So,
I'm personally requesting you roll this.
It can be a strong 14.
can I hear
But it
what
can't be
you
hot.
rolled?
So, barring any last-minute donations, I rolled a 2
Nice.
Okay, sexy.
and a 17.
Yes.
Not sexy.
Oh.
I asked the
Ugh.
group, would you want to use one of the banked 20s to be a nat 1?
Go forth. Go forth, my friend.
I 100%.
Okay,
100%.
I'm
Just-
gonna
I bless,
Alright.
I
smash
bless
that
you.
up.
Mwah. With a kiss.
So, from these humble origins of a cup of tea, this massive wave blasts these ruffians down the hallway, down the stairs.
They do take 20 damage. They are knocked prone. It's bludgeoning damage, and it's this is a lot of water. This is the 30 feet of water.
It's a lot
So
of
I
water.
would say, if I may, that they do move the fuck out of our way so we can scurry on.
The building inspectors are going to be really upset. It's going to be great.
So, in addition to the initial impact damage from the tidal wave, going down the stairs does more damage. So by the time they arrive,
Dead.
they are quite unconscious.
Yo.
Dunsky, you take it.
Worth it.
Possibly dead. I mean, if you want to go down and check their pulse, up to you.
No, I think
No,
we're
I'm
okay.
okay.
Could give a shit.
I don't need to murder anyone, but if the waves murdered someone, that's not my fault,
It's
So
a
when they come-
natural death.
Yeah.
When they come
It wasn't-
crashing
it
down,
wasn't-
Captain comes blessing and says, "Oh, these are betrayers. These do not work with us. I do not know who these people are. These are liars. They
We
do not
assume
belong
so.
with us. This is unacceptable." And he takes out 2 daggers and blam right in their throats.
Whoa.
Like I said,
That was-
I didn't murder these two.
How
That was
dare you? So,
Top 10 on a bad day.
that seemed like an overreaction of sorts. Mode.
So now they're gone. Are you guys going to take the box?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I guess since I'm.
But we're not going to step on the thread thing.
You already did.
Yeah.
Just in case it triggers again. I don't know if it's like
Double trigger.
a repeat.
Oh no!
You know.
So
Ding 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 again.
who is taking the box?
Since I was looking for traps and figured out what happened, I'll grab it and put it and football it under my arm.
All right, I need you to give me a wisdom save.
Oh, fucking course.
So wait, before you do that, can I cast protection against good and evil again on you?
So
Yeah.
It might not
The
have the
Arcana-
effect.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Oh wait, no, your Arcana said it was not trapped, right?
my Arcana check said that it was good.
Oh yeah, no, full trust. No, make your check.
It said it was good. I don't know.
Could
I
be.
don't know what this is.
Well, I rolled a nat 19 for 19.
No. Beautiful.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yes.
So you take the box and you feel a peace and calm come over you. And any aches and pains that you currently may have had are gone. You currently feel like you have been well fed, well rested, well cared for, and have no anxieties or pain in this world.
That's what the polycule does for you, baby.
Yes.
Baby.
The security, the equal value, like everybody, we love each other.
So
That's what I'm saying.
you snatch the box, and I'm assuming that you're going to head back to the ship now.
Yeah, like so. Looks at Haptane. For some reason, I had a bit of lower back pain that I suddenly feel quite resolved about. 1, 2. Would you mind escorting us back from whence we came?
You want to go back to the Rebel Tavern?
No, I mean just outside of this area.
Oh, of course, certainly. So, he goes ahead and he's kind of looking around, and he's looking out the back door that you guys came through. He's looking in. He takes out another dagger.
What? Oh,
Okay,
why
it's
are
safe.
you?
It's safe now.
You're,
It's safe now.
you're leaving evidence behind.
No, as soon as I get you on your way, I will take care of the evidence. I'm a professional. I am insulted.
Are you?
Do I tell you how to wear your hat? No, I do not.
We are wasting time.
You need to go. You need to get on your ship.
I'm going to go.
Oh, did you leave the mask?
Of course.
Did you?
No.
Go. I will take care of the mask.
Good.
Go.
Go. Yes, we are
All right.
out. We're gone.
So he scurries back upstairs. You guys get back on your ship, and Captain Orla's waiting, and she sees it, and she's, so it was really here. I didn't think it was here. Oh, okay. So we need to cast off now. So the autognomes start doing whatever, you get in position, and just as solar sails kick up and you guys start to pull out,
Giggity.
you see a bunch of commotion on a turtle ship about 3 piers over. So, just to let you know, turtle ship sound like big metal thing. They typically hold a crew of about 20.
Nice.
So, off you guys go. And going along and sailing pretty good. And you think you're in the clear, and then the autognome up in the crow's nest yells down, it looks like the turtle ship be following us. And so Captain Orla's like, and yells out, man your battle stations. So
No, wait. I have a question.
Yes.
This box from the Arcana check. Is it like endless uses of this, or is it you use it once and then it's poof kind of deal?
As far as anyone knows, this thing is pretty much it's it's basically as much as you can physically handle using it.
And Orla is the one that is currently suffering from this illness, correct?
No.
No?
You guys don't know why she wanted it, just that she did.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that in uno momento. No, Orla's
Okay.
Orla's old. But...
Okay, I wasn't sure if I was like, hurry, life transference now.
Oh yeah, and that's the other thing. It can't reverse aging.
Okay.
Gotcha.
It can heal and it can bring people back from being dead, but it cannot reverse aging. So
Okay.
just throw that out there. All right. So you guys are doing that, and the autonomes are getting ready on the ballista and whatnot, and waiting for the ship approaching. And you look back,
Oh boy.
and on the outside of the turtle ship, you count at least, looks like about 20 figures standing outside the turtle ship. Now you have no idea if there's more inside, but that's a whole lot of people to be fighting.
What are they wearing?
It's kind of hard to tell from this distance, but as they're getting closer, you notice that the turtle ship is painted mostly red. And it looks like all the people on the thing are wearing red. And when you get a little bit closer, not only are they all wearing red, but they all look like they've been previously dead.
Okay.
All right.
I want to drop call lightning on these people, all of them.
All right. So,
Nice.
the ship is getting within ballista range.
What? How close? How many feet? Because call lightning has a range of 120 feet.
Yeah.
So I want to know.
Okay,
when-
they're about 100 feet away, so you could hit them with that.
I would like to do that, please.
Okay. So,
That's a dex save of 14. Do you want me to read you the specifics of the spell?
nope.
Okay.
And I'm just going to do a group. I'm not going to roll this 20 times.
Okay.
Fair enough.
And what's the save?
14.
Oh. Okay, because... Alright, well, I'm going to at least break it down into groups then.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Okay, so 10 of them did save and 10 of them did not.
Okay.
Okay.
So that will be... What is it? A creature takes 3d10 lightning damage on a failed save and half as much on a successful one. So that's... I'll roll that. I'll just roll it once.
Give me some damage.
Right. That's good. So it's 17 at full. And
Okay.
Let me... Do I add anything to it? I just want to make sure. I don't think I do. Half as much. Okay. Yeah, 17, and then it'll be 8 for the other half. That's saved.
Okay. Well, actually 8.5, so I'll call it 9. Anyway,
Okay. I'll take it.
So half of them was like, they do the whole thriller electrocution dance, and they just like go flying off.
Hell yeah.
The other 10, it definitely strikes them and hurts them, and they kind of like, they're most of them like down on their knees or whatever, but they're still on.
Okay.
And then you see a hatch pop out, and a bunch more start piling out.
Ugh.
And Ink, what do you got?
The ship's like a clown car.
They just keep finding more room. Is it just ballistas, or are there any other weaponry on the ship?
This ship is only equipped with ballistas.
Okay, not a problem. While I'm waiting for them to get closer, he will go man one.
Okay. You have time if you want to take a shot.
Perfect. It's I know that what is the modifier? that I need
So
to hit.
this would
Gotta have-
be since it's a ranged weapon, this would be for Dex.
Okay, cool. So just a dexterity, or just be like a range.
Yeah, it's like a proficient
attack.
ranged weapon.
Got it. Okay, so same as my regular stuff. Cool. So that's really stinky. I'd like to use the nat 20. That's the other one that's in there. If that's okay with everyone.
You guys haven't used them all, have you?
Yeah, I think there's one more because I think there's a total.
You got advantage. You can use your advantage.
Actually, let's
that's
do
right.
that first. Let's do that first. No, worse. 3 and a
Okay.
2.
Buddy, no.
Gorgeous.
Oh.
Just go. That dice is going into jail.
If
You go
anybody
over there.
wants to donate $10 to $20 to help out
That's
a
a $20.
Duval in need, now
Indeed.
is the time.
Gang.
Going once,
Um,
going twice.
Then I'll steal the banked one, I guess. Unless because I used one. I want to save it. Up to you.
It's our last one, right?
Yeah, we can save it if you want to. I'm good with missing. If that's okay, cool. So does a 27 hit?
All right, so it careens into the side of the ship. There's a massive shakeup, and it looks like you might have cracked the hull even.
He
Very
just
good.
yells, "Ha, ha, ha. You double crossed you before you could double cross us."
And Frankie, anything you want to do?
So I think as Mason kind of like gets above deck, Frankie's there. With my bonus action, Frankie's gonna put a big old paw on the Thri-Kreen's shoulder and just like squeeze a little bit. And just take a deep breath and exhale. I cast Sanctuary on you.
Oh.
Oh, excellent.
Then I'm going
Okay.
to keep running. Can I make it to Ballista?
Yes. All
All
My
right.
eyes tear up because I feel so safe. I
Yeah.
feel so safe with you, Frankie.
35 movement speed because I'm a lion person. And then I'm going to use the Ballista with my
Frankie's a
action.
safe space for sure.
So +4 because range attacks are not my forte. And that is 19 for 23.
Very nice.
Yes.
All right. So that goes plowing in on other part of the ship. Also, you see some damage and kind of shakes, and a couple of the things like fall off the thing, and they're kind of like floating loose in the astral sea now, and more are coming out. So, Captain Dick Danger, what do you got?
Are they any closer to us by chance? Or are they still about 100 out?
We're still kind of in the same round here, so.
Okay,
100
well,
feet.
I hate to do the same move back to back, but I can literally only do Tidal Wave. I am just gonna do a big crash of Tidal Wave
Let's
around
go. Let's
the
go.
biggest population of people. So
What is the range on that? Holy crap.
120 feet.
It's a lot, yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, cool.
Don't fuck with Dick.
Yep.
Or do, do whatever.
What? With consent, though.
Yeah.
And,
So under 14, please, 14
okay.
or under. And would you let me cast message as a bonus action? It's a cantrip. I just want to, over the comms, look at the most important person and say, right, friend, you're about to die. If you don't like Tanaran
Again.
right now.
Okay. So first of all, as far as the thing goes, you managed to sweep about half that are on there off, and several others are knocked down. Give me a wisdom save real quick when you send that message.
An 18.
Ooh.
Okay, so for a brief second, you kind of feel like your mind and your essence was being sucked towards this void, but then you break off that connection.
Somebody was
Damn.
trying to suck dick. It's really fucked up.
Yes.
Shane. Wow.
Oh, we're
I'm
gonna have to
really
stop the
happy I
stream
was
now.
here for that. Like, I just like...
My eighth ass is so confused.
All right. So, when you do that, Captain Orla comes busting up out of her cabin, and she's in what's called a fish suit. It basically allows people to jump into the astral sea and do stuff. And she says, "Final orders are on your bunks. Autonomes with me." And she jumps off the ship towards the turtle ship. And all but the one in the crow's nest of the autonomes clamber off and follow her.
As she yells off, "Final, you're supposed to just give me the damn ship."
Okay, so, one of you is now going to have to steer the ship, and I would recommend that whoever it is the one with the highest intelligence, whoever amongst you that is.
8, baby.
Yeah, I got a 9.
Jacob says,
I got
"No."
an
He was
11.
like, "Totally."
I'm wise, but I'm not
Well-
intelligent.
All right. Well,
It sounds like Captain Ink on the Skin is the truest captain of our captains.
All right, so Captain Ink, you slam on the Spelljammer helmet, and
He is the fastest, so.
you start piloting the ship. So, I need you to give me a pilot roll real quick.
Okay. Which is?
It's
Pretty sure you add like 10 to it, probably, or something.
It's,
I hear it's like 20.
Yeah.
I heard you do your whole
your intelligence modifier.
Okay, cool. So, straight roll +1. Dirty 20. Rolled a nat 19.
There we
Oh,
go.
All right,
excellent.
okay.
Okay.
So,
Fate says yes.
the solar sails kind of poof out a little bit more, and the ship kind of orients off and away, and you see a whole bunch of shooting and fighting, and it seems like Captain Orley and the autonomes they're kicking butt, but it just basically to your thinking they must just be absolutely packed inside there waiting for people to come out. If they're undead, maybe they don't need racks, because there's a lot more than the 20 crew members that these ships typically comfortably hold. All right, so managed to get away from that, and while Captain Ink is piloting, the rest of you get down and you see your orders, and basically it tells you that the reason that this shining box was needed is because there's some sort of pestilence that is killing all the live ships, specifically the treants who run the live ships. Just as a reviewer, live ships, they have a treant that is attached to them. They repair the ship through their energy, and they also create a fresh air envelope. And you guys had noticed, but didn't really think about it until now, that your treant Hemel had not been looking as good lately, and that the ship had been kind of looking a little run down. So, Captain Orla has discovered that something has affected the entire field where these treants are grown and raised, and that somehow this has affected even the matron tree that basically gives birth to all these treants. So for some reason, the sickness of her, it's affecting all the treants who are related to her. And you need to go back, take this shining box, heal her, or all these treants are going to die, and all their live ships are going to be crashed. Obviously, Hemel is one of your crew, but this is much bigger than just your crew at this point. There are probably thousands of live ships that have been birthed from this. So you must take the shining box back and heal the matron tree, and hopefully that will stop this. And their coordinates to go sail there. And you know what? I trust you guys. In Frankie's instructions, there is an extra note that says, Frankie, you are the purest of heart among us, and I truly feel that you of all have the crew's best interest at heart. I am naming you captain should I not return. And Frankie can choose to share that information with the crew should he so desire.
So Frankie, and I think the rest of the crew, we all head up to the helm because that's where Ink is currently piloting, and hands Ink the last orders here because you couldn't go down to your bunk. Gives you time to process that, and then Frankie's like looking at the note, and just looking at everyone else, and just says, "She said that I should remember to tell all of you every single day that I love you, and that you make me feel so brave and so courageous every single day, and you should always know that." And then Frankie just takes the note and just like tosses it off overboard.
Oh. I'm gonna
love you
motion for
too!
right then,
I love
bring it in, big guy. Come on. And I think we
Oh
all
my
hug
God.
around Captain Ink because he can't move.
Too good for this world.
I hope I'm not misreading this. We've all been in a relationship this whole time, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Like we are all okay.
There is a because Inks, as you know him, is a pretty brash individual. There is a quiet resolve written on his face, as like he's just like been like sort of like placing his hands like all over the helm and just sort of like processing the moment because he doesn't know the note. What note? And yeah, he absolutely like there. You've never seen him like really like cry before, and you start to see the okay yeah okay yes
So
we have orders.
you guys sail on and you come to where the coordinates are, and the way it was described was basically a bunch of planetoids that look like round bushes, and on each of these planetoids all these things, all the tree ants are grown. When you get there, all the planetoids are gray, dried up balls of sticks. And you're going through it. Basically, it feels like you are in a graveyard at this point. And you get to the main central one, you see a few smattering of leaves here and there, but for the most part, this thing is what feels like dead. And at that moment, Ink, you feel a... You have trouble breathing for a second. And then you kind of come to yourself and you realize that Hemmel has just passed into unconsciousness. So you are now getting no help steering the ship. And in that moment when you're trying to get control of it, you're really close to the main planetoid. It looks like you're about to crash. And then like at the very last second, the branches kind of pull apart and just big enough for your ship to get through. And then it closes in behind you. And you're doing all you can to hold on. Give me another intelligence check real quick.
As
Also,
like
I still have a nat 20 at my disposal for anybody who needs it. Just you can I
Noted.
gift it.
Okay.
In like this like moment of concern and like won't they make it through this, he just sort of like thinks back to a moment in his past and talking to the first person that he ever talked about being a captain of a ship with, his lost friend Archimedes, who he promised he would name his first ship after. And he just kind of says, if you're out there somewhere in the great beyond, that'd be a time to return the favor. Nope.
Take my 20. Take my 20.
That's inspiring, so I'm giving you advantage on that roll.
Worse.
I gave you some bardic inspiration through that hug, did I not?
Yes, sure. Yes.
Just so we hold on to that 20 unless we absolutely don't need to. What's your bardic inspiration?
That's a good question. It's a 1d8.
So right now we're sitting on a 9 right now. So that's a 15.
Okay. So it takes. I mean, the sweat's pouring down, and like all your muscles, you're just doing everything you can because this is. I mean, this is a lot. I mean, between, the emotional turmoil and just you've never steered the ship before, so this is. You do manage to kind of get control, and you're kind of coming towards this. It's just like a kind of a grassy knoll kind of thing, except the grass is pretty much dead, and you manage to set the ship down without too much of an impact. Need everybody to give me dex check with advantage. If you have athletics or acrobatics, you can use that for that roll.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Me too.
Hey! The
dirty
power
20.
of love, baby.
Love.
Hey.
All right, Frankie, come on. What you got, brother?
Okay, it's a D20. Is it just the straight D20? Sorry.
Acrobatics
No,
and athletics.
You can use athletic or acrobatics if you have that. If not, you can use your dexterity modifier.
Yeah, let's do athletics because Leonins get fun things for that.
Yeah.
Ooh, 18. 18.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
So while it is a rough landing, you do all manage to keep yourselves upright or whatever. The autognome in the crow's nest does not fare so well. He goes. No, you can't. You can't catch him because he's way up.
Telekinesis. Ring of telekinesis. Bing.
Incredible.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's
Yes.
go.
He was careening quickly towards the ground, but you stopped him. And
I got you, baby.
so the dust settles, and you kind of look around, and imagine a child's face carved in wood, and you are surrounded by this. And imagine each one of those faces is in pain. And imagine this wood is looking old and dead like driftwood. You are surrounded by all these faces. And that's basically all you see right now. And you guys are kind of getting your bearings, getting back together. And then this kind of big head of jelly with two big eyes looks up over the railing and and then a kind of a jelly-like appendage is like waving.
Hello. Are we alarmed by the jelly? Do we?
Extremely alarmed.
All right. I don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a big
Hi,
pussy.
hello.
Well, if any of you want to do an insight check.
Sure. I'm not good.
A 16 for Dick?
Oh, I got a 12.
22.
So any of you scoring above a 10, this creature seems extremely friendly. And not sure what it is. You've heard of plasmoids before, but this looks a little different. So how would you like to proceed?
So as he sort of barely holding on to control, and he just kind of yells out like, to the ship, to the unconscious Trion. It's just like, I know we're just getting acquainted, but stay with me. Stay with me.
Okay.
And
I think I might be able to buy.
So
some time.
you feel a flicker of there's something still there. You know, they're not dead. They heard you, but there's not much left of Hemel. But you felt something, so that at least is good news.
yeah, and he's just like the equivalent of gunning it.
And
not
then-
really like he's kind of not ignoring Plasmoid, but just like, I have something more important to deal with in that regard.
And then after you do that, on either side of the Plasmoid, these three just balls of fur, and they're sitting on the railing, and then like you see eyes, and they're like, and like basically it's like this long thing of a bunch of teeth. Now that they're only like this big, but they're like, now, except for the fact the teeth look a little bit sharp, these things don't feel much more threatening than Chihuahuas. So it's, after everything you've been through, it's kind of amusing at this point, but just let you know they're there.
Okay. I'll give everybody else an opportunity since I just acted.
I'm gonna I'm gonna kind of get down to their level and go back. Can I roll?
Yes, give me an intimidation roll. Add advantage.
Incredible. I mean, I rolled dirty 21 the first time around, but I might as well not roll again because the second time was 12. So 21, please.
Okay, so like, and they're all like cowering behind on the not really shoulders, but the shoulder area of the Plasmoid, and it like, and it's like waving.
It looks like it's waving us forward towards it.
Yeah, like let's get off the
All
ship.
right. Can I?
We're moving, right? We're still moving, correct?
No, you guys have like crash landed inside the Plasmoid.
Okay, my bad.
Yep.
Then I would not be at that because I was like, I'm still like in fucking driving mode.
No.
Sorry, I missed that part.
Nope, you're good. You're good.
Okay, cool.
I think we gotta follow.
Okay.
We have a new
Before I
captain.
leave the ship, I just want to pour. I don't know if it'll help or anything, but our ship is in distress, correct? Yes.
Yeah.
I want to pour
Certainly.
like a lesser restoration. I don't know if it'll help, but Mason just feels like that's all they can do in this situation before we leave the ship. They don't know if it'll work, but
Okay.
we're just gonna try.
So, Captain Ink, since you're still kind of connected there,
Yeah.
you do feel it helps, but there's more than just damage here.
Yeah.
And while feeling better, Hemel is still very much unconscious and still very much
Yeah.
clinging to
In
life
trouble.
by a thread.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just,
I kind of like, as I had the helmet on, because obviously I would have had to take like my tricorn hat off.
Mm-hmm.
When I get back, and I will be back, you and I need to talk about this, because we need this and this to come together, because this does not really feel by fashion sense at all.
All right. So,
And- But real quick, and then he draws a rapier and points at all of the creatures, and you didn't ask to come aboard my that feels good. My ship.
I thought it was.
So
I thought it was our
what?
ship. I thought.
Our ship. I'm sorry, I got to get ahead
Our
of
ship.
myself.
Yeah, our ship.
so
Got to
the
get ahead of myself.
the little
Mother-
fur balls, they cower even more, and the Plasmoid
They're so confusing. I want to hit them, but also I go with them. I don't know.
Yes,
right.
I agree.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, so it plops down, and the autognome sets the plank down so you guys can get off the ship easier, and off you go. And so you guys wander for a little bit, probably about 20 minutes, and you come to what you can only assume at this point is the matron tree. Very gray looking, just a few leaves left in the branches, and those are kind of falling down as you approach.
We have to use the artifacts. We have to use it now.
Hook me up. I'm
Let's go.
ready. I don't know how it works, but let's do it.
Okay, so I would recommend whoever amongst you has the highest wisdom, the two of you who have the highest wisdom, be the ones using the box.
Got a
I've got a
13.
16.
10.
8.
I was made for this. Put it on me.
Okay,
What is it?
So-
What is it with helmets today?
no, these are just headbands. These aren't helmets.
Okay, yeah. What is it
So-
with headwear today?
So when you put those on, whoever's putting those on, I need you both to give me a wisdom save with advantage.
Okay, we'll see. I might use my nat 20, but we'll see.
That's why.
There we go. There we go.
I rolled a 6 and an 18.
Nice.
Wait, what kind of roll
Wisdom
was this
saving throw. At advantage.
Wisdom
Wish-
saving throw. That
With
is
advantage.
a 21.
Nice.
Okay, very good, very good. So, when you put these things on, immediately the first thing you feel, I don't know if either of you personally have lost someone in your life. Now imagine that magnified by a factor of like 1,000 people.
Whoa.
You have lost 1,000 people that are close to you in a very short time, and you could do nothing but watch them. That's what you feel at first, and then you feel this stirring from within the tree. It's just like a whisper at first, but you slowly feel like whatever is there is growing strength. And right after you feel that, you all hear this horrendous crash, and you feel the planetoid shake, and this horrible sound of wood scraping on metal. And you feel like you're kind of in an earthquake. And there's a bunch of twigs flying everywhere, and then about 100 feet behind you, once the dust settles, the turtle ship has blasted through the outer edge of the planetoid and is sitting there. Now, one thing to remind you, whoever is on the shining box cannot take it off until the person is healed, or you have to start over.
Oh shit. Okay.
So,
It's fine.
the two of you on the box cannot take those things off. And
Ink and Frankie, let's go.
you
Got it.
you can defend yourself, but you cannot take any actions other than that. And so you don't you don't lose armor class, but you cannot take any actions other than trying to heal the tree. Okay.
Got it.
So the hatch pops open and things start pouring out, and then you see Rust. And he's like, "Sure. I see you got the artifact without a hitch. I'm
How
afraid
far away
though."
is he? I'm sorry.
Oh, he's
Keep
like
monologuing.
about 100. He's like about 100 feet away, and
Okay.
his voice is artificially amplified because he's arrogant like that.
Because he's a bad guy. Yeah.
No, I'm afraid that I'm going to need that because it will make my creation of my army so much easier. And if you would like to join my crew, you will be handsomely rewarded and be given places of high responsibility. If you choose not to, then we shall kill you and you shall join my crew anyway.
Above
We've
board,
already got a crew. You can suck it.
above board, Mason and Dick are the ones with the headbands not on the box, right? Okay. So I'm gonna step forward and I'm gonna say, and Right, then I choose, and then I let loose a tidal wave because he's within 100 feet of me, and that's my thing this time around. No!
If you're wearing the headband,
No actions.
yeah, the only thing you can do is
The headbands are attached to the box.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I say,
sure thing.
right then I choose this.
Yeah.
And I
What'd
cast
they say?
tidal wave. No, I don't. I can't cast tidal wave.
all right. So with that, it is initiative time again, boys and girls.
Oh, re-initiative.
Yep.
Let's do it. 11.
13.
Mason.
I crit.
16
Nice.
for Dick.
I don't.
Okay.
This is the most I've ever crit in a game in my life. But I can't do anything because I'm trying to save this.
Okay. So, starting with Mason on your turn, I
Yeah.
need you to give me. I need you to give me a wisdom roll. Do you happen to have proficiency in healing? If you do, you can add that.
And healing? I don't know. Where would I look for that on my sheet? I don't know.
Be with your other proficiencies.
Okay, let's see. Oh, you know what? This is
Or
for the
medicine
box,
check,
yeah?
rather.
Is
Medicine
it for the
check.
box?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Did you say with advantage or no?
Yes.
Not with it. You did. Okay. Okay, so that's 19.
Okay, very good, very good. So, you can still feel the oppressive, what was going on before, but it doesn't affect you, and you can feel the tree doing a little bit better.
Good.
Captain Danger, you are next. Also, give me a wisdom roll, and if you have healing or medicine, you can add that modifier.
A 15 for my medicine check.
Excellent. So, you feel a little bit stronger, but you are not overtaken by the despair, and you feel the matron tree getting a little bit better, coming back around. And so now the crew starts to charge forward, and as they do, the plasmoid lets out this roar that has nothing to do like the silly stuff he had before, and now he has 6 arms, each with a big scimitar, and he's charging down. And the little balls of fur morph into these big 8-foot tall werewolf-looking things, and they also charge into the fray.
Nice.
And
Nice.
now we're looking at Captain Ink.
So, he's Russ is 100 feet away right now.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So what I'd like to do is using Rakish, or I guess is it Rakish Audacity that lets me do this? No, it's Feline Agility. So I'm going to using Feline Agility, which allows me to double my speed up until the end of my end of my turn. I'm gonna move forward 60 feet. I'm gonna sort of try and climb a banister and sort of like tightrope walk up and around the ship, trying to avoid as much of the undead as I can. And then, so that's 60 feet. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to dash, making that 90 feet. So now I'm within 10 feet, and I toss a kukri at him as my action.
All right, beautiful. I love it. Give me an attack roll.
I'm gonna say no because I'm gonna use that nat 20 actually.
Hell yes.
And as I toss it towards his throat, just kind of, I'll just say, I've always wanted 2 ships.
All right, so
How
for
do you do
those of
damage
you
to your
who
crits?
are not familiar with how I like to homebrew crits, I would like you to roll another d20, and this is a good thing.
Okay.
So there are no bad rolls.
So just a straight roll.
Yeah, another d20
12.
roll. Okay, excellent. So with a 12, you actually get 2 full dice of damage, and then whatever the is, you get that twice, and then you roll. So essentially, triple damage.
Gotcha. So in that case, it's a d6 plus 4, so that's 20 automatically plus 7, so 27 points of damage for that kukri.
Wow, that is a big hit. So scores very well right into his throat. Oh my. So he clutches at it and he pulls, and it starts bleeding profusely, and it starts to kind of heal before your eyes, and you see his put his hand forward in some kind of gesture, but you don't hear anything come out of his mouth, and there's a look of very big dismay. You have managed to, at least for this round and possibly longer, have rendered him mute, which, being he's kind of magic based, that was very well done.
What was that? I couldn't hear. What was?
Nice. All right, and so now, Frankie.
Yep. So not nearly as exciting. Double checking. You guys are making the saves, wisdom saves, right? Yeah, okay, cool. You actually get +2 on them because of my aura. So we'll keep that in mind. I'm gonna stay.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna stay within your range here, just on the cusp of it. I'm gonna cast protection from good and evil on Dick, and I really wish I could cast Sanctuary as a bonus action, but you're actually not allowed to do that. So
Is it a bonus action?
Sanctuary is a bonus action, but you only get 1 leveled spell per turn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But that's my turn.
All right. So the 2 opposing forces meet, and they the plasmoid and the wannabe werewolves seem to be doing really well, but just impossibly they keep coming out of the ship. Since you are the closest, Ink, if you could give me an Arcana check real quick.
Oh, I'm totally good at those. Another net 19. What the hell's happening? 2020.
So
Yes, beautiful.
it occurs to you they're not actually coming out of the ship. They are basically going through a gateway that is the hatch of the ship, but they're not actually in the ship. They're coming from somewhere else.
Okay.
And with that, we are back to the top of the order. Mason, if you could give me another one of those healing
Alright.
wisdom checks. Remember, you got +2 thanks to Steve.
Yes.
And at advantage.
Yes. All right. Let's see. Okay. 23. 25.
Well done. Okay, so you feel a big burst of energy go, and this doesn't hurt you, but you just feel a huge kind of part of your essence kind of goes in, and joins with the matron, and really is very helpful, very stabilizing. She's starting to come back
Reviving.
a lot better. And now it is Captain Danger.
I rolled a 21.
Oh my goodness. So you feel that same, it just for a second, it kind of takes your breath away, because it's just like, something you've never really felt before, and goes through, and you can really feel the matron really starting to come around. That you and Mason have really been working very well together, helping to revive the tree there. And then
Polycule powers. What
all
can
right,
I
so
say?
fortunately the uh-oh.
Why'd you say uh-oh?
Um,
Making me nervous.
one of the werewolves takes a very serious hit. They're not dead, but they're basically incapacitated, clutching their chest.
Ooh.
And okay, so Captain Ink, you have a decision to make. You can either try and close off the gateway, or you can strike at Russ some more.
I'd like to attempt to do a little bit of both, depending on how this works.
Okay.
He takes out a familiar hot thermos, opens it up, and just looks at Rust. We don't need these. It's just you and I, after all. And he tosses the hot tea over towards where he saw the opening is.
Okay. And this is just like hot tea, right?
I don't know. It looks cool. That's all that matters to him. Because he's not magical. He doesn't have any way of closing the thing off or anything like that. So yeah.
Okay. So some of the creatures coming out, all right, they get a blast full of the thing, and there's like ah! And as you turn back to Rust to do that, one of the figures has stepped in front of him, brandishing a rather large two-handed sword, and it takes you a moment and you realize it's Captain Orla. But
oh no,
she's not. She's basically been turned into one of Rust's unwilling crew, and she's taking a swipe at you.
Oh.
And you. Yep. So she goes, and you see like a moment of resignation, and she hesitates, and it like goes off beside you. And then when that happens, Captain Danger and Mason all of a sudden feel a complete absence of the matron tree. And all the leaves fall, and it's just like there's like deathly silence for a second. And as a matter of fact, I need Danger and Mason to give me a Constitution save real quick.
Yeah, +2.
Get that +2 on it.
I rolled a nat 20. Holy shit.
Is this
Nice.
another advantage one or no? It's just a single roll?
Just a single roll.
Just a single roll. Well, I did terribly, so I might have to use my 20 on this.
I think we're out of them. I think
Do
we
you
used
think
our
it's?
last one on the
I
attack.
have one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I have one. Do you think it's?
Gotcha.
Do you think it's worth it or no? Should I save it and just take the hit, whatever this is?
I think you're worth it.
I think it's the end of the one shot. Yeah, I think it's time. Yeah.
All right, I'll use it.
Shoot all the guns.
Okay. So, you basically felt like your entire existence was being pulled away with you, but fortunately, the both of you managed to maintain, and everything kind of stops for a second, and then all of a sudden, you see a bright light everywhere, and leaves start sprouting all over the place. And suddenly, it's just like roots and these kind of things just like shoot up and impale all the crew and everything, except for Rust. 3 or 4 grab him and pull him towards the matron tree. And it's just like this baleful glare. And then he's torn into pieces.
Whoa.
And so, in the interest of time, just gonna move this up. You have successfully saved the matron tree.
Is Orla okay?
What?
Orla's okay or no?
I
No.
don't think so.
No, she's very
Orla-
not okay.
Orla is gone, but she is as she goes, she just tells Ink thank you, and then expires. You are each one of you offered your own live ship with a treant. Himmel is ready to retire because he's old and tired, and this took a lot out of him, and so he will stay with the matron tree to help train the others. And again, jumping ahead a little bit forward, you return back to Rock of Brawl, and there's a proper funeral given for Captain Orla. And with that, I would like to sing this one that I rewrote. It was a Stan Rogers song. The original song was Going Down to Old Maui. My version is called Send Me on the Astral Sea. And this is one that the Astral Sea sailors typically sing at the funerals of others. So let me just kind of remember how. So raise your sails, catch a comet's tail, in the stars you're truly free. When your planet's side, no wave you ride can compare to the astral sea. Send me on the astral sea, me boys, send me on the astral sea. When my body is gone, my soul will sail on, ever on the astral sea. I've seen the blue where the sky whales go, and a ship hemmed by a tree, and the far off moons full of stashed doubloons, and so many more sights to see. Send me on the astral sea, me boys, send me on the astral sea. When my body is gone, my soul will sail on, ever on the astral sea. Now my bones are cold and my heart grows old. It's the final haul for me. Shed no tears, me lads, 'cause you know I'll be glad to end my days on the astral sea. Send me on the astral sea, my boys, send me on the astral sea. When my body is gone, my soul will sail on, ever on the astral sea.
Fucking rad. So fucking good.
Amazing.
Nicely
And-
done, friend.
And with that, I thank you all for spending some time with me. I thank you so much for helping us raise money for St. Jude. And I hope that in the future, I plan on doing these again. I hope that you all will tune in, and I hope everybody had fun. And
Oh yeah.
after the broadcast, I will be taking the names of those who donated and also the people who retweeted, and I will be drawing names and contacting people shortly for the prizes, your own special loot.
Woo.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
So before we
And-
wrap, do y'all
Minnesota.
want to do a little who we are
Sure.
and where they can find us?
Sure.
Amaze. Kelly, do you want to kick us off?
Sure. Hi, I'm Kelly. I was Mason Thunderbroker. My pronouns are she, they, and you can find me on the internet on various platforms as the Kelhop. I make TTRPG content, and thank you for being here and sharing this game with us. And I'm happy to be here and hang out with all of you.
We'll popcorn
That's
it
it,
over to
that's it.
Steve.
Thanks, y'all, so much for having me. My name is Steve Wen. You can follow me on Twitter at DEEM Steve. It stands for Slide My DMs, and let's talk about how amazing aura protection is for paladins. I am one of the co-hosts
Yes.
on Presents, where we talk about Asia representation in tabletop RPGs, and I'm happy whenever I get an opportunity to play with amazing folks just like this. Back over to you.
Don to Duval.
Yo, Jacob Plick here, Duval King Jacob, wherever one can be found on the internet, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, co-founder of the Amphitheater, DM of Duval and Dragons, all of that good stuff. Find me on the internet. And a really quick little ink on skin epilogue, because as you mentioned, two ships sounds good. What's better than that? A fucking fleet. So he promotes himself to Admiral ink on skin. Just saying, okay, bye.
All right, Shane.
So again, I'll Shane Gamer on pretty much any social that I care about, and mostly on Twitter, but recently on Blue Sky, spreading the love for TTRPGs, and
Hell yeah.
love is love. I don't care who or whatever. We're all just humans, and let's be awesome about it. And I would also like to give a shout out to RPG Research. They do a lot of good in the community with RPGs. They've helped me with a lot of stuff. They're a good organization. If you want to check out their website, possibly give them a shout out and, throw a little coin their way as well. And again, thank you all for coming out. Jess, any special stuff you got going on you want to give us a shout for?
Yeah, y'all can find me on the internet at Just the Human. That's Just with one S. I would like to epilogue as well, saying that I gave my ship to Captain Ink. Because I don't like these fucking ships. No, I want a ship that goes in the water. That's normal. Anyway, find me on Twitter to see all of the things that I've got going on. On Wednesday, I have a Christmas in July Monster of the Week stream that's going to be happening on this channel at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But I just wanted to say thank you all so much for joining us for the part 2 of this adventure. We raised $140 for St. Jude's Children's Hospital, which is absolutely incredible. Cannot say thank you enough. So I'll say it one more time. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. And if you stick around, we are going to be raiding into Live from the Apocalypse. They are playing Masks right now and are also doing a charity stream. So please stick around
It's a generous
and go
Sunday.
and give them some love. Anyway, thanks for watching, y'all, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Good night.